Hello everybody and welcome. It is the 14th of January 2024. It is Sussy Baka Sunday. That's right, folks. And not just any episode of Sussy Baka Sunday. This is a very special episode brought to you by the Magical Butter Machine. That's right, folks. I had myself some bulletproof coffee with said magical butter. Let me tell you what, I always do look forward to these Sunday, lazy Sunday streams with you guys and gals. So unfortunately, it looks like the stupid sound alerts are not working, which is why you guys are not hearing anything, right?
If you're listening to this song, you are shadow cursed for eternity.
R. McDud MK2, hello, hello, hello. And hello, Dr. Carcand. Heya. How are you? I'm glad to hear that you hear me. However, there were a whole bunch of sound effects going off. Apparently, they were not catching, so you be patient with me. We are troubleshooting live, but that's fine because it's a lazy Sunday, Sussy Baka Sunday. No butter here, just love resin and flour. Just live resin and flour, yes sir.
Shadow nuclear wizards, pledge your souls to the shadow god.
I think this has something to do with the set because I've always had a problem with this set. So let me go ahead and fix this. Turn this off. Let's throw this guy up here. Okay, so we're going to do it live. I do thank you all for your patience, but that's fine because we have actually a lot to get to. I was just perusing the internet and now I have it in my head that when I come across something that I want to share with the class, I put it into a playlist and I just throw that playlist up on the screen and then we can enjoy it together, right? So I started doing that on YouTube and I started also doing it on TikTok. Oh, by the way, welcome to the level 99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at level 99. Jesus Christ. I am LDZ of LDZ Gaming. Some call me Lord Diaz. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and all of that by searching the term BM2KX. That's right. We also have a Discord, which I should really attach to a button on my Stream Deck, but Stream Deck be fucking up right now. So let's go ahead and figure this all out together. What a shame, man. I thought everything was working the way that I wanted it to. And they were like, nah, we're not doing any of that. Which is fine, I guess. We'll figure it out together. Stream Deck 2024. This reminds me of my graphic design aspect of my life where you're pretty sure that you're done and you're sending off the final file over to your client. And then they're like, can you do this? Can you do that? And then you're sure that the file you just sent them was the last one. But alas. Not meant to be. So can you hear this now? And I apologize, you all have to be here with me during the live troubleshooting section of it. I absolutely hate it. I want everything to go 100% perfect 100% of the time.
Goblin blood orgy.
So let me know, can you hear any of this? I think so because it's showing up on the monitor. Yeah, you can hear. Hey, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens and everybody in between, help me in welcoming the lovely Lieutenant Mao to the stream. And now that we know that it's not the stage set, I'm going to go back to this one because it's snowing outside. It's snowing over on my little corner of the internet. I'm colorblind, so I can't hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, Hype the Commentator got jokes. So you can hear all this, yeah?
Nice shot.
You can hear this.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
So if the stream is the level 99, where is the 1% at?
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Well, Mal, I'm glad that you asked because that gives me the perfect excuse to talk about my favorite live streamer on the entirety of the internet. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about DSP Dark Side Phil. So, the boy, Darkside Phil, has his level 1 podcast. His level 1 podcast where essentially he rips me off. No, actually, I ripped him off. Everything that I do here is actually a direct opposite of what this guy does. And so, he has a level 1 podcast because Keemstar made fun of him once and said he was still stuck on level 1, which is not entirely true because the guy, he is stuck on the tutorial level.
You take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that?
So, essentially, everything that you've seen up until this point was me either ripping off of Adult Swim or being the opposite of what Darkside Phil does.
Oh shit!
So the only reason I have the level 99 live stream is to be the opposite of the level 1 podcast. And to be honest, I think I like the level 99 economy.
And his name is John C.
That 1% is like the global shadow Illuminati government. They're pulling the strings behind the scenes. But by the way, Mal, good ear on you for recognizing the Final Fantasy X-2 soundtrack. So big ups to that. And Mal is making me geek out with these emotes. Ooh. Yeah, bounce on it, bounce on it, bounce on it. I'm gonna stop. I promised myself I was not gonna act a fool, but I went ahead and already did that.
War crimes are cool.
Gleefa. Yeah, Gleefa's got some really good emotes there. But you know what I wanted to see though? Do you have the one? I think you got the one. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens and everybody in between, help me in welcoming Demonte to the stream. I love this. These emotes are fire. Fireball. Damn, Gleefa. I need to follow this channel. Let's take a little looky look. Doe's Life. I see you, pimp. Okay. Yeah, you're getting followed on the emotes alone. Demonte with the emotes as well. Thank you all. Not only do we recommend that type of behavior, we encourage it. And thank you for cashing in those channel points. We call them Gil here. The gang's all here. Hype the Commentator, Lieutenant Mao. I see y'all. Over on the YouTube side of things, R. McDud, MK2, Dr. Cartland. Thank you all for hanging out. We are live streaming across both YouTube and Twitch right now. I'm trying to get my YouTube channel to partner before the guy Darkside Phil got his third channel, DSP Throwback, to partner. However, I failed. Apparently the guy has enough viewers or enough subscribers and enough view hours to make him apply for partner.
Another one.
A third one.
Another one.
That son of a bitch.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
The only thing that's keeping me from flipping this table right here in front of me is all of these Gleefa emotes. I love it. It's okay. It's okay. Because I knew it wasn't going to happen. I knew, and that's why I put my hair up. I said if we got this channel to partner before DSP got his third YouTube channel set up to partner, I would have shaved my head live on stream. And last I checked, some people are actually a huge fan of this hair. So you gotta give the people what they want. So it looks like we dodged another bullet. Aw. Look at that. There you go. Let me make this smaller. I think that's what's throwing me off. I don't know if you've all noticed or not, but I've moved from the left side to the right side. And I only do that because I'm thinking that this might be better for YouTube thumbnails, but I don't know. This is all in flux. But essentially, you're always going to be seeing these guys up here. It's going to be very apparent because I want you to be able to see from a distance what you're looking at as the YouTube thumbnail. Now, if I can just find what I was looking for, if I can remember what I was looking for. I hope everybody is warm and safe inside of their homes. It's a little windy and very cold and snowing. Well, I'm glad you like it. And you got me so flustered, I went ahead and hit the microphone. So DSP is a cheater, no biggie. I'd like to shave Phil's head on stream. It's Mother Nature is already doing its work. And also, it has it's also crept over. I guess it's contagious because now I think Cat has it as well. But it's cool though. I love this Venn diagram of people that I interact and chill with over on the YouTube side of things. I try to lean more into the DSP type of stuff. Oh, and by the way, hey guys, now look here, listen. If you come on over to the Twitch side of things, if you choose to, if you have a Twitch account, because I do both, you get access to this bad boy right here. So if you haven't followed the channel on YouTube, please do so. If you have a Twitch account, hop on over here, spam that DSP emote. But for the most part, over on my Twitch side of things, I watch stuff. I actually have a DSP video in the playlist. I can't wait to share that with you guys. I want to get Pat Anthony Maryland on stream with me once, so he can live react to a Rebsy video. It's a series that they've done, and it's called DSP Treats His Audience Like Shit. And it is the most funniest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. The editing and the pacing and all of it is just incredible. How's that look? Is that okay? Mother Nature is too slow. You get to see the slow descent.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I think I don't know why, but I was in my feelings. I guess I was like especially vulnerable and fragile in that moment. But there was that 50-bit hit, 50-bit bitch here, 50-bit bitch there. Put your hands in the air, and it's the music video, and it has that that morph from DSP 15 years ago to DSP now, and it's like, it like wounded me. Oh, Mel, thank you. You know what? I'm glad that you spent that biddy, because that reminds me. Let's go ahead and embarrass her by showing off one of her.
This is the game. Come on, man.
What do we got?
Oh man, my heart, man.
9 bits, 10 whole bits in total. Thank you so much. You are the top tipper of the day.
Oh man.
It looks like your hair's a little red there. Trying to see. This is Last of Us, I think. Last of Us 2. Thank you for the content. Yes, Mal. Yes.
Shadow Wizard Goblin Insanity.
Big ups, Repsy. I agree, Doctor. Karkand. 50-bit bitch is hilarious. Aw, and thank you again for the 6 biddies for making it rain. You're too kind. So allow me the opportunity to cut this guy off. I love that song, but I do not want to, you know. Do you know? I don't know. But we do have a stacked day ahead of us. I hope you guys are locked in. I hope you are inside warm and just spacing out like I am, looking at these 3 screens in front of me.
Shadow nuclear wizards, lend your souls to the shadow god.
So I think what I want to do actually is share in some DSP-isms with you guys. I think the YouTube side of things would definitely appreciate that. And you know, Mal, we always appreciate your company. I have a couple things lined up. I want to play zombies. I've played Modern Warfare 3. And I was playing zombies off camera, and it's really good. I've been a huge fan of Call of Duty, of course. I buy it every year. I know it's like how I think about people that buy Madden games and FIFA games every year. I'm just as bad as they are. But ever since Black Ops 2, I've been playing Call of Duty. That was my first Call of Duty, and it's been off to the races. Races, not racists. And I've been playing zombies, and actually I've been having a good time. Oh my god, I do miss cookies. Oh, I see you. I see what you're doing. Actually, you know what? Lieutenant Mal also makes incredible emotes. You see all these things flying around? That's her. Go to her Twitch channel, go to her Etsy page, and get yourself some excellent digital art done. I haven't ate cookies in a long while, though. I had brownies yesterday. They weren't special brownies, but they were keto brownies. It's like sunny and 50 degrees here, but I'm still inside tinkering with Stormworks. Let's go. Hey, yo. Well, thank you, Mal.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Never had keto brownies? I wouldn't recommend it. Only because regular brownies taste better. Like, can't lie. The reason why you like food, certain types of food, like donuts or eggplants, is because it is created with an ingredient that makes you want to crave it. I could not wait to go back on keto after I ate garbage. But regular will hurt me. No, don't do that. However, any like reduction of carbs and sugar from your diet will always work out in your benefit. But McDud, you got to bring some of that sun and 50 degrees over here because it is definitely below freezing. I'm worried about the chickens. Oh my God. Speaking of, yesterday we had chicken wings and chicken drumsticks for dinner. And we didn't throw away the leftover chickens. We put it in a bucket and then we fed it to our chickens in the second yard. So, of course they loved it.
Smoking is bad for your health, especially when it's your own flesh you're smoking.
And if anybody's asking, yes, I am counter programming the guy. He's probably doing his shitty ass level 1 podcast right now. Because I think his Sea of Stars stream was absolute garbage. I mean, don't get me wrong. All of his live streams are garbage. Oh shit, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens and everybody in between. Help me welcoming. Damn. Cracked Captain to the stream. Jesus Christ. Just gotta let you know now. Today's stream is being brought to you by the Magical Butter Machine. That's right, the Magical Butter Machine turns your already baked bud into a delicious edible. You make it with your butter, mix it in with your coffee, and you'll be good for the day. Loading the vape as we speak, my guy. I am there with you. I got an entire cup full of pens here if I need them, but trust me, my friend, I do not need them. I am good. And everybody across YouTube and Twitch, y'all have been very kind and patient with me, watching me stare off into space and just vibing out. I hope the music is at a decent clip. You can hear it, but it's not overwhelming. We tried getting some of the sound effects working the way that we want them to. And you too can abuse the privilege. You can use !SFX to play a random sound effect from a folder of carefully curated micro niche internet meme sound effects. We also have a shit ton of highly questionable emotes. And that's why I'm always pushing people more towards the Twitch side of things, because you can do more. However, I'm trying to get my YouTube channel to partner. See if I can just throw all of these guys up on here. Fuck it. We ball. Hell yeah. Big ups to Stream Elements for allowing your own animated emotes to show up as they're bouncing around. I don't think it's them actually, but I think we've done all that we can do outside of thank all 284 followers of the Twitch channel. Thank you guys so much. That's the easiest and cheapest way of supporting the channel. And then big ups and congratulations to all 13 subscribers. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can connect it to your Twitch account and get 1 free month of your favorite streamer's Twitch channel, whoever that may be. Could be me. But then over on the YouTube side of things, if you guys are watching this on the replay, first off, thank you. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I really do want to know what you guys think and maybe what I can do to improve. What do you want to see more of? What do you want to see less of, you know? Oh shit! Oh shit! But I think what I want to see is this video in this playlist that I carefully curated to share with the class.
Nuke Radio. We make your eardrums bleed.
So let's go ahead and throw that up. But first, I'm such an asshole. Let's throw Cracked Captain up on the screen. Of course, playing Step Mania, loading the vape up. Yes. 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 That was good content. Thank you. Tracks Captain. I definitely wasn't Set Mania, but what can you do? Demonte, don't think I forgot about you, buddy. Throwing your happy ass up on the board too. Deal with it. Why, thank you. I spent a long time putting it together. I have a bunch of different sets, you know, based on what kind of a vibe I'm trying to give off. And then since we were snowing today outside, I decided to throw a little loopy GIF in the background here. It's supposed to look completely different. It's supposed to be more about Evangelion. However, this is the Nerve set. I'm trying to see if I can get rid of something. Yeah, it's literally 3 layers. It's this snowy bokeh looping GIF, and then I have this interior of a ship that I cut out the windows around here. So that means you can still see the background over this. However, there's also, let me show this. That is also a looping effect that I found off the internet, and I put it on a blending mode called either lighten or darken. And so what that does is, if this is on a green background or something like that, or a background that can be keyed out, you have just the effect that's coming through, and then that's also on a loop.
And his name is John C.
You son of a bitch. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and everybody in between, the man, the myth, the guy that just fucking shaved 5 minutes off my entire life. Give it up for Pat Anthony in
Oh shit!
How are you, buddy? We got Millie in the chat. But we also got Collarbones. Brand new emote hype. We got midriffs. Is that Ava? It sure is. By the way, the Ava Max Set Mania chart is a hit. Monday through Friday, I do Set Mania streams. And I was actually watching Pat Anthony's stream where he was live reacting to Poppy videos, and then the audience would recommend different live performances for all of us to watch. And that's when I realized that I have at least 3 to 4 of those songs in Set Mania. So how's my stamina been? A lot better than before. Every day I get back on consistency with this game, I feel it coming back to me. I find that the steps get easier to hit. Lieutenant Mao with the Gleefa emotes tonight are absolutely killing me. You tried for 13 yet? Let me just say this. I tried. I haven't cleared. But I'll get there eventually. I cleared So Deep, which is a song that I've never cleared in the 20 years that I've played DDR. Well, obviously because it came out during DDR Max, and I started at 3rd mix, but that's not it. Cool to hear you're trying. I have an incredible Set Mania community of people that take me by the hand and lead me through. And they've all been very patient and understanding and very warm and giving. So the collarbone. We got collarbones and midriffs, y'all. This is my channel.
I don't believe in human rights.
This is the United States of Lord Diaz for LDZ Gaming on the level 99 live stream, where we are feeling fine all the way up here at level 99. I love it. And if you notice too, look at that, Patrick. You guys are killing me with these emotes. I love it. Mal, I need your ear. Can you hear this? With a side of 1%.
Puke Radio.
Puke Radio. We make your eardrums bar.
That Patrick has depression. That wasn't me. That was my depression. Pat, when are we getting together so I can show you Dark Side Pill videos, compilations of him being a racist and a bigot and misogynistic and shitty to his handicapped audience? When? Let me know. Before and after. Fucking awesome. This isn't the butter talking, but I fucking love you guys and gals. Especially the gals.
Smoke weed every day.
Especially gals. Pat, isn't there a game today? What are you here on the internet for? Aw, shucks. The football start at 4:30. Oh shit. Are we gonna get the hole in one? Are we gonna hit the home run? Are we gonna whiffle the bat? The Orioles are gonna throw the ball in the goal. Well, we gotta get this live react in before you head off to. Are you going to the game in this weather? Look at how it is outside, y'all. It's coming down, and there's some sort of ring effect going on. What I gotta say about that? I see you. I see you. No. The Ravens have the week off because they're the best team in the league. They earned a week off and then play next weekend. Date to be determined. Oh boy. Oh boy. Can I just say that I hope WWE Raw shows up on Amazon Prime, because then I would watch it. That would be nice. Maybe watch Triple H's Monday Night Raw. But instead, I gotta go on stream and do Mommy Milker's Monday. But yes, we already have our tickets to the playoff game. We're going to grill steak. Between this steak that you're talking about, what was it, Mal? The papayas? Papayas? For pom-pom? For the banana.
What? What the fuck?
Yeah, the banana thing. I'm gonna have to Google it. Plantains. Yes. Lieutenant Mal's got it. Platanos. I'm learning Espanol thanks to Lieutenant Mal. Thank you. Let's throw Pat up on the board. I forgot to do it. Uh-oh.
Oh God! Oh, easy on the tip, easy on the tip, easy on the tip, easy on the tip. I said easy on the tip, easy on the tip. It's sensitive. What? You'll see.
You'll see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a stream. Can only go down from there. I was the one that clipped that, I think.
If you're listening to this song, you are shadow cursed for eternity.
I feel shadow curse for eternity. I know that's right. I should just have that shit on a button. So I remember Final Fantasy 13 too, the first soundtrack where they were just straight singing in the music, and this was the first town, and they had this vocal going, and I was just like, what? This never happened before in a Final Fantasy game, and now I feel like it's missing something if it doesn't have a lyric track. The Final Fantasy 13 team was different than the Final Fantasy 14 and 16 team. However, the thing that they carried over from Kingdom Hearts was the idea that you had a field song and then you had the battle version of it. A recent example would be Final Fantasy VII Remake. They would have the Mako Reactor song and then you got into a fight and it would swell and turn into something different. I love it too. You've got fucking great taste. Because I fucking love this soundtrack and I will turn it on and listen to it all day, every day. And also... Thank you, Pat Anthony, for cashing in them biddies for a sound effect that I forgot that I had.
Radio Nuclear, Radio Nuclear. Hacemos bombas chingonas.
And thank you for the clip. I'll definitely put that on vertical content. So by the way, I'm also like spamming my TikTok and my YouTube with a bunch of shorts. I apologize for nothing. You knew what you were getting into when you subscribed to my channel. And we also kind of revamped the thumbnails. If you look on the YouTube side of things, I've made a more generalized day of the week type thumbnail for the stream, so I don't have to spend a half hour making a thumbnail for an individual thing. And that's only because when I tried to play Final Fantasy 14 the other day, my OBS kept fucking up, and it was just a big old mess. I don't want to have to go through that again. However, we are on our way to the sequel to Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's coming up at the end of next month. And I want to try and get a full playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake on the stream. 6 weeks away. I don't have time to beat that game. Maybe I'll do New Game Plus. And then I'll play the Yuffie DLC. I just want all of Final Fantasy VII to be inside of my body before February, because that's all I'm gonna do. Like, nothing will matter. I will create a whole brand new channel based off of this playthrough. I'll do videos. I'll do a review. Of course, I said all of this about Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it never happened. There's like a 2-hour recap of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think I'm just going to react to that before Rebirth comes out. Can we do it together, Daddy? Can we do it together? Can we both beat and remake 13 times? I can't play it anymore. Fair. I know Mao would be hyped for that. Yes, we can do it together. Oh shit. I didn't think we would get that far. Is that really all you had to do? Just swing the bat? So what do you think? Should we react to this playlist real quick? I will literally just sit here and rattle off about anything. That should be my actual like notification sound when I get a text message.
Be gone, slut!
But for those I forgot I had that. Oh no. That was like a present left to me by past me. Or this butter got me so where I need to be that I forgot that I did that. You don't have to keep giving me them biddies, buddy. You don't have to keep doing that. I can just play them. Yeah, let me just play them. Oh, Tony Storm is trending on Twitter? Hold on. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Can you believe how many, like, titties and deaths that you can see on Twitter now? That's insane. What was I doing? He's giving you biddies for them titties. I can only do this. That's all I'm interested in. Twixter is even more of a lawless wasteland than before. True. That's strong. Yeah, game. It's me, Peter Griffin, from the future. Don't Google strong neck game. Peter, I'm holding iced tea. Hello, officer? Yes, this was the comment that attacked me. Okay, I've implicated myself long enough. Let's throw this bad boy up on the board. And let's share in my misery. I know Mal would like this. We're going to kick it off with the new Hideo Kojima game, OD, Overdose. This video is from a channel that does excellent Metal Gear, Death Stranding videos talking about the unique Kojima-isms, I guess would be a fair way of saying it. And of course, Kojima gotta be a sneaky little boy and put a whole bunch of things that I didn't catch when I first saw it. So I would love to know what y'all thought. What do you think? Should we give this guy a go ahead? Will you give me the go ahead? May I have your consent? It doesn't matter. It's my channel. I can do it whatever I want. Let's go.
The hungry purple dinosaur ate the kind zingy fox,
the jabbering crab,
and the mad whale,
And started wending and quacking.
Hideo Kojima is back, and this time with a new game announcement, OD. A new title in collaboration with Xbox Game Studios, which is described by Kojima Productions' official website as the exploration of the concept that will test our fear threshold and what it means to OD on fear, while blurring the boundaries of gaming and film, which is actually something Kojima long sought to make, with his belief that games and movies would one day merge together. Judging by this cryptic teaser, it's safe to say Kojima will be exploring a new kind of horror with OD, and his collaboration with award-winning filmmaker Jordan Peele is certainly a step in the right direction when it comes to this genre.
Somehow, you are doing all of these interviews and not saying a thing about the game you're working on.
ヒントは出してるつもりです。
It's my intention that I'm giving people lots of hints.
Ah, this guy, Kojima telling everybody, you stupid assholes. I was telling you, you just weren't listening.
As with most of his games and trailers, Kojima enjoys leaving hints for his fans to analyze and talk about. And this teaser appears to be nothing less. So in this video, we'll be covering 10 things you might have missed from the brand new teaser behind Kojima's mysterious new project, OD. Python Sulk in detective mode, delving in.
Yeah, by the way, follow that channel if you like Metal Gear, Death Stranding, and all of that type of...
The clicking sounds being heard during the trailer's opening moments sound very much like a Geiger counter, a device which is commonly used for detecting radiation. This sound can also be heard during the intervals between the characters being shown. Now, before the first character is shown, we can actually see a silhouette of her face in the dark, right before her face appears, which seems to imply that this particular character, or whatever this face really is, could have been waiting for her turn, among possibly many others, before initiating her speech. The fact that the characters shown in the trailer all say the same words could also imply that they might all be different subjects in some kind of experiment.
This is like a tech demo, so we can show off that we can like have all these different things going on in folds and skin and subscatter lighting, whatever.
We were also able to spot another silhouette in the dark, this time standing next to the character, which only appears for a second or less, as it seems to disappear with the mysterious sounds being heard, particularly with the second sound.
I still need to finish up Death Stranding.
The hungry purple dinosaur.
Adding brightness to the image gives us a somewhat better picture at whatever this thing could be, which seems to present itself in a sort of half face or skull. We also mirrored the image, and the complete shape could look like this. The dark nature of the image kinda reminds us of what was seemingly an MRI scan of a human brain in PT's options menu.
So I was tripping, legit, actually tripping, playing the PT demo with Prolokar, and he kept telling me look everywhere because you're supposed to like zoom in on different parts of the game, and he kept, I told him not to tell me outright but to give me hints. Of course I'm tripping, and then he's like, bro, you have to just look everywhere. Not knowing, I played that like 5 times, then the demon was taken down. The demo, yeah, so now it's like a rare digital commodity.
Goblin blood orgy.
PlayStations with that demo on it are like ridiculously expensive if you wanted to buy them, but like I never knew what everywhere meant, even in the menus, because you have to like do a zoom in or do a look in. Like I still have it in my library, but I cannot download it. Same. I tried. I got like happy for a second. I thought, oh my God, I can return to it. I also need to update that. But yes, going on.
Whatever it might be, it's safe to assume that they're hiding it in this teaser for a reason. Speaking of the mysterious silhouette disappearing with these sounds, these noises seem to be as if someone's trying to force open a locked door. The last of what could be door sounds is seemingly synced with the lights turning on, revealing the face of the first character.
The hungry purple dinosaur hates the kind zingy fox.
While these characters are talking, other voices can be heard in the background saying the same words.
The kind zingy fox.
And while these could be differently pitched echoes or different voice iterations of the same character, there's also a moment in which the background voices can be heard saying the words before the character does, so there could indeed also be other subjects.
And the mad whale. And the mad whale.
Wow.
The 3 characters shown in the trailer appear to be experiencing different emotional states while speaking. The first one appears to be happy, and can even be seen smiling as she ends her speech. The second one appears to be troubled, or frightened, almost crying, which is further seen by her lower lip quivering. The third one appears to be somewhat more dramatic, or even angry.
He mad. Are you mad, bro?
While the first two characters are facing the camera, or perhaps us, as they speak, the third character faces the camera only during certain moments, as he looks towards another direction during most of his speech. And while this could simply be a different character trait, it also stands out differently than the rest of the characters, as it could be similar to someone looking at a particular direction to read his lines, then looking at another direction to say what he's reading.
That's me. I do that.
The three characters appear to have an identical reflection in their eyes that seems to comprise of rotating symbols, or perhaps could even be lighting in the room. Whatever these symbols are, they appear to resemble a DNA molecule structure, which could actually relate to the final point in this video. Something that could easily go unnoticed are what seem to be very small letters appearing in the third character's mouth, particularly of the actor Udo Kier. And no, we're not joking, guys. By adding brightness and playing the footage in slow motion, one can spot the letters A,
Wow.
T, another A, M, and I, leading to the word Atami, which appears to be a city in Japan. How this is relevant to OD, we'll just have to wait and see. But this is actually not the first time that Kojima has teased such letters in his trailers, as this reminds us of the letter J on the bridge in the first Death Stranding, coinciding with the character J in PT's system crash sequence. Fast forward to all these years later,
Kojima
is once again hiding letters in his trailers, but this time in OD. Whatever you think they could mean, we wanna hear all about it down in the comments. Moving on. The last scene shows us the first character again, but this time she appears to be immersed in a trance-like state. In the reflection of her eyes, we can now see what appears to be a room, or a corridor of some kind, that leads to a door being opened, with of course a creepy creaking sound, very much reminiscent of the iconic door in Kojima's PT. In fact, the door which Kojima enters the Game Awards stage from, following the trailer of OD, was pretty much identical to the one in PT. Back to the reflection in her eyes.
That's crazy.
As the door is opened, we can now see what appears to be the silhouette of a dark, mysterious figure standing in the doorway and scaring the character with its presence.
The Jabbering Crab.
This is like PT remade, but a different title. I'm here for it.
And to what is probably the biggest question in this trailer, what the hell are these people saying? Now sure, Kojima is a master at teasing his audience and leaving all kinds of hints, from tweets to even lyrics used in his trailer's songs. But anyone who thought the words in this trailer had some kind of double meaning can stop reading too much into it, because what these characters are saying is not something Kojima came up with, but are actually taken word by word from what is called a phonetic pangram, which are sentences that run through different phonemes, or otherwise, all the sounds of the English language. And while these can be useful for different reasons, they are particularly helpful when it comes to motion capture. In fact, during such sessions, generally actors are not only asked to perform in character, but to also run through such pangrams in different emotional states, as we can very well see happening in Kojima's OD trailer. This method provides a wide range of shapes to be able to insert into the facial animation performance capture software.
Well, I've never done the facial capture before, where they stick all the metal dots on your face.
Keith
Everything
Sutherland
from
was in
a smile
Metal Gear
that's
5.
like that, or one of them is a monkey face, which is the most embarrassing to do, which is like that. And it's so that they can catch every line that changes in your face.
This video, uploaded back in 2018, clearly depicts what we are stating, and is also using the same phonetic pangram featured in OD.
The hungry purple dinosaur ate the...
The hungry purple dinosaur.
The hungry purple dinosaur ate the kind Ziggy fox, the jabbering crab, and the mad whale, and started vending and quacking.
The way the necks of these characters are shown are also very much reminiscent of...
Are they talking about collarbones? Now I know why this guy wanted to watch this video. Wow.
The models in facial motion capture, which combined with the phonetic tangram and different emotional states seems to suggest that motion capture technology could play an essential role within the story itself in Kojima's new project. Whether this game will deal with the concepts of artificial intelligence, human cloning, or other similar topics remains to be seen, but what we do know for certain is that whenever this man is involved, his cryptic trailers are sure to lead to an ocean of different interpretations, and we can't wait to see more from Kojima's intriguing new project. We hope you enjoyed these 10 details from the newly released trailer for Hideo Kojima's OD. Which detail did you enjoy the most from this video? And what do you think about Kojima's mysterious new project? Whatever your thoughts and opinions happen to be, we'd love to hear them in the comment section down below. If you'd like to see more content on everything related to Hideo Kojima games, we'd appreciate if you could like this video and perhaps consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, y'all
Until
should,
we meet again,
you should
Python
definitely...
and Selkin, out.
They do excellent videos. In fact, I'm looking them up again right now to see if they have anything else in the realm of this. I forgot what the word was. There it is. Python Selcan. Listen, when someone says to send them a DM, you send them a DM. I don't make the rules. Aw. Everybody's dropping cat videos in the Discord, by the way, in the general chat. Look at that cutie. What do you think? We should jump in. I can't click through links in this damn thing. I could have done that on desktop. Why did I do it on my phone? Today's stream is brought to you by the Magical Butter Machine, is why. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and everybody in between. Help me in welcoming Jets Cup to the stream, the MVP of this and every stream. How you doing? How's it going? Type this in the right way. I hope your Sunday is treating you well. I am tore up from the floor up off this magical butter that I had with my coffee this morning. So much so that it is a struggle to find out what the rest of my sentences are going to be like. I don't know how my sentences are going to see right there. Although these are very short ones. There's a half-hour one, what nobody saw in Metal Gear Solid 5. 1,400k views. I mean, shit, fuck it. I think, fuck it, we ball, right? Do we like Metal Gear 5 in the chat? Like, really, let me know. Glad to hear that you're a good Jess. I'm looking for some Death Stranding stuff. You know what I mean? Where's PT? Oh, here's one. Here's one about PT. And it's only 9 minutes long. Hold on, after Konami's return. Oh, Nope. I know exactly what we're watching. I hope you guys brought your diapers because this is going to be a long watch. Oh, yes. I loved PT. I was also very tripping when I was interacting with that game for the first time. It was very intentional. All right, let's see what we got. This is Death Stranding 2 detailed analysis.
Death Stranding 2. Whoa, you guys, what a phenomenal trailer. We expected nothing
another
less
video from this
the genius
excellent
that
YouTube
is
channel.
Hideo Kojima. And of course, Kojima Productions. There is so much going on here, and everything looks so stunning in terms of visuals, storytelling, soundtrack, you name it. We actually expected to see Death Stranding 2 at the Game Awards, since we also made the video a couple of days before it was announced, talking about 10 things we'd like to see in the game. And Kojima Productions delivered big time. The trailer we got was brilliant, and judging by what we saw, it looks like we'll be stepping into yet another unforgettable journey. One which could very well be an even deeper experience than the original.
Yeah, this looks hype as fuck.
Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. You're watching Python Selkin. According to Kojima Productions, DS2 is still a working title for this Death Stranding sequel, so we should be getting an additional title that'll best describe the game in the near future. Any guesses on what this might be? Let us know in the comments. Now, many of you have been asking us, what the hell did we just see in this trailer? That's pretty much the first thing everyone says with every new Hideo Kojima trailer, isn't it? But don't you worry guys, we've got you covered. As we always do, we're here to analyze every frame of the trailer and tell you all about—
Stop. I need to analyze this frame. Yes, that's nice. Oh my god, my butt shaking emote is gone. That's unfortunate. Let's keep going.
As we always do, we're here to analyze every frame of the trailer and tell you all about what we found. So without further ado, commencing Python Selkin's analysis now.
These graphics, man, Jesus. Jesus.
The trailer opens up with a scene showing a wooden baby toy. We've got some dolphins here, reminiscent of the ones featured in Death Stranding.
Oh, Echo,
a partially damaged sticker that reads "I love BB," the same which is also found on Kojima's badass looking suit at the Game Awards. Should we also analyze that suit?
Yes.
Maybe later on. Stay tuned. Okay, moving on. Here we can see what appears to be part of a UCA sticker, behind an exclamation mark. Here we can also see what appears to be the word Bridges, which also matches the font that the word is written by. Bridges was a company of great importance in the first Death Stranding game, one which Sam was a part of, and which was formed to reconnect the fractured society of the United Cities of America, which is basically what the first game is about.
Take the Cupid west, Sam, and reconnect the people of our great nation.
Now, unless Bridges started manufacturing baby toys, this logo could imply that these toys are being developed in a similar fashion to some of the items that were developed in the first Death Stranding game, sort of in an advanced 3D printing manner. In such a post-apocalyptic state, one cannot just buy toys and necessities for these children from any other shop. The fact that these toys are being developed by Bridges shows that the world is still far from being rebuilt, and that future generations need help to survive in this post-apocalyptic world, possibly serving as symbolism. for the future of mankind.
Why is he
Today we
in the
come
rain?
together to celebrate the birth of a new nation.
Time
A
for
new
hello.
nation for a new world.
Next, we have some more toys. And here we can see a toy of a cargo truck, known as the Cicada MC2000 in the first Death Stranding. There's what appears to be a crab shape over here, and as you surely know, we've seen a number of them in Death Stranding. Here we have some baby handprints on what is probably used to measure the height of a baby, with of course emphasis on the number 2, further hinting at the identity of the game, in case someone did not recognize the whistling of BB's team throughout the opening moments. This here appears to be a part of a cryptobiote plush, of which we can see another in a later scene, and which very much resembles the ones from the official merchandise of Kojima Productions.
I wouldn't mind getting one of them.
In this shot we can see a statue that is probably used to worship someone, possibly serving as the insignia for some kind of cult or organization. We can also have a better look at this in one of Kojima's recent tweets here. Another of these statues can be seen on this coffin, or sarcophagus of sorts, that these people are carrying. We can also see what appears to be the black liquid known as tar coming out of it. Tar is a liquid that is related to the world of the dead, known as the beach, and it being seen coming out of the sarcophagus can mean that this dead person, whoever it is, could have been beached already, or might have already been some kind of BT entity, in a similar fashion to Cliff Unger, who had tar liquid all over his body, following his death. In one of his recent tweets, Kojima posted pictures of an artwork that seems to show Amelie herself behind this statue. If the statue is indeed meant to represent Amelie, then this particular organization or cult could potentially be worshipping the extinction entity as some kind of goddess. Their team of red outfits can also be reminiscent of Amelie's red dress.
Wow, okay.
These people seem to be traveling in a desert environment in what appears to be an otherworldly location. Now I must say this scene looks amazing in terms of visuals, scale, and overall intrigue. I don't know about you guys, but this desertish landscape surely reminds us of the movie Dune, and we're very excited to see such new locations in the world of Death Stranding. It's still too early to tell whether this place is of another dimension, planet, or anything, since post-apocalyptic places can still look out of this world, and the ordinary world in Death Stranding is quite advanced, so they still might have these futuristic-looking structures. Here we can also see some light rays that seem to resemble the Northern Lights, which could suggest this might still be the ordinary world, but again, you never know. What we can say is that the structure looks huge, and judging by its appearance,
it's huge,
it could be
it's the
serving as some
hugest.
sort of gateway to another side. In Death Stranding's ancient times, it is believed that people moved freely between the Earth, outer space, and the world of the dead, and that constructions like the pyramids in Egypt, Mesoamerica, and the Stonehenge were all gateways that were specifically built to access the beach. Could we be seeing something similar here? Moving on.
I will hold you.
The baby shown is wearing an apron with the name Louise on it. Louise is of course the name Sam gives his BB in the first Death Stranding game.
Louise.
The same name he and his late wife were going to give their unborn child, so we can pretty much say this is baby Lou from the first game, a bit more grown up. And we finally see Fragile, who seems to have had a change of heart in her opinion of babysitting.
You mind? Babysitting sucks.
Now the first thing that comes to mind upon seeing Fragile is her skin. As we've seen in the original Death Stranding, Fragile's skin was deteriorated after she saved an entire city by running through Timefall Rain in her underwear in order to get rid of a nuke that Higgs was purposely delivering. Unless this is some kind of dream or separate reality, how Fragile has her skin all healed up is still a mystery at this early stage. However, one important thing we should point out are the cryptobiotes that she enjoys eating throughout the first game.
A cryptobiote a day keeps the timefall away.
According to Fragile herself, ingesting a cryptobiote a day would oppose the effects of timefall on a person. Now, of course, assuming it's even possible in the world of Death Stranding, it would take some work to completely reverse the aging brought on her by timefall. But when it comes to the healing of the skin itself, these small life forms are known to replenish certain amounts of a person's blood, and we don't really know the extent of their healing abilities after being ingested for years. A particular variant of these cryptobiotes, called decryptobiotes, was also discovered, and these kind of cryptobiotes are known to highly affect the hemetic regeneration levels of the person who consumes them.
I'm sorry, the what?
So who knows, maybe eating all these cryptobiotes did pay off for Fragile after all.
Fragile.
What?
Do you have anything to eat?
Oh. Got you hooked, huh?
Louise is also shown wearing cute little wings, which may have some importance in a later scene.
That's what I picked out.
This dreamcatcher appears to be the same one Sam had in the first game, which was gifted to him by Amelie. You can also see what could be a record player, similar to Hartman's, in the blurred background. As well as a little rainbow effect here. The roof of the room they are in seems to be a projection, similar to the technology featured in the VR aspect of Death Stranding, giving Louise a more realistic feeling of the world, with an artificial blue sky. What could be Lou's old BB pod now appears to have been turned into an aquarium for cryptobiotes. Here we have a pizza advert on some magazine. And speaking of pizza, remember those mails we used to receive about pizza deliveries in the first game by someone called Peter Englert, also known as Higgs Monaghan? Here we've got a Ludens duck, which is also part of the Kojima Productions merchandise, and a thumbs up icon on one of the books in the background. A different circular dream catcher can be seen hanging on the ceiling, with some stars next to it. A cryptobiote plush over here, some stickers of animals and numerous stars. The room is of course insulated, given its isolated nature. You can also see the yellow baby harness, which Fragile wears right before they escape. And here we can see a little heart symbol on the arm of baby Lou herself. Now, as soon as Fragile prepares to escape with Louise, the transitions between some of the clips start showing the blinking of a baby's eyes. This was also shown in some of the trailers of the first game, and in scenes that featured a BB's perspective in the game itself.
You know what day this may be?
I knew it.
Similar to games like The Last of Us or Crysis 3, plants and such nature becoming one with buildings are meant to depict a post-apocalyptic setting, which is meant to show that civilization has pretty much fallen. This is also something we saw in the first game.
These graphics, look at that frame rate.
A surveillance camera over here, and Fragile is forced to take a different path after she sees the enemies heading towards them with what are probably gun flashlights. The panel she uses to activate this cargo elevator looks quite similar to the ones found in Bridges facilities, and considering the baby toy we've seen earlier with the Bridges logo on it, this could be some kind of an isolated safe house, possibly supplied by Bridges.
Close your tired eyes and I'll wait.
As soon as the elevator closes, we can catch a quick glimpse of the enemy at the back, who seems to be wearing red clothing. Fragile goes up the elevator, we can actually see tears in her eyes. We're only shown a quick glimpse of this, so you have to pause the scene at the exact moment to actually notice it. The two possibilities here are either the enemies chasing them contain high levels of chiralium, such as the entities from the other side, and since Fragile is a sufferer of dooms, this could be leading her to a chiral allergy.
I think they're gone. What the hell? Didn't mean to grab you so hard.
Ha! She can grab me as hard as she wants.
Chiral allergy. So, you have dooms, like me.
Or Fragile just feels saddened that the only moment of joy she had was taken away from her. Moving on, Fragile and Louise exit the safe house, and one thing we should really note is that, with Fragile's dooms level being higher than Sam's, she once had the ability to warp herself, or better yet, jump to other locations by moving through her beach, even with other people. An ability which could have been extremely useful in this situation. Now, she might have not been able to use this ability for the fact that she wasn't wearing her suit, or for not having her umbrella, which she actually used as a navigation device during her beach travels. And even though time was of the essence, it's still rather interesting why she wouldn't have her suit and umbrella handy for these situations.
Yeah, you dummy.
Unless she gave up her abilities in exchange for her skin regeneration, hoping for a new life. Food for thought. During this part of the trailer, we can hear the same voice who is singing this version of BB's theme, Troy Baker, who plays the villainous Higgs, saying these particular words before continuing to sing.
Baby, don't worry. It's okay. I'll always be with you. Baby. Don't worry. It's okay. I'll always be with you.
These exact words were spoken by Cliff Unger, Sam's father, right before dying, as we've seen in the first Death Stranding game. Now, the fact that Higgs is singing BB's theme raises plenty of questions by itself, since this is a lullaby that Cliff sang to baby Sam.
Let that yawn
But the fact that Higgs is now quoting Cliff, word by word, strongly suggests that he may have knowledge, or may even have seen the flashbacks which Sam experienced in the first game. Which means he may now know the truth.
Like, everything is intentional.
About Sam
like,
being
everything
the
that
first
you're
experimental
seeing
bridge baby,
actually serves
the
the
truth
purpose.
about Emily's connection to Sam, as well as the truth about Die Hard Man, who is the new president of the United Cities of America.
I gave you an order. Shoot him.
Crazy.
Fragile and Louise escape on an advanced unicycle of sorts, which appears to hold the cargo storage here, potentially being one of the new vehicles
name of the
in
other
the game
girl
itself.
with the long dark hair? Actually,
if you watch the trailer in 4K, as
forgot her
Fragile
name.
turns
She
the
had overalls
unicycle, you
on.
can actually spot a Drawbridge logo here. Drawbridge being the new organization which Fragile seems to be a part of. One we'll talk about later on in this video. Having said that, is it just the vehicle that comes from Drawbridge, or even the safe house itself? And considering we saw a Bridges logo on that baby toy, could Bridges and Drawbridge be working together in some form? Moving on. Once Fragile is shot and falls off the unicycle with Louise, someone wearing a cloak aims a handgun with a red color, but we don't really know who or what his target truly is, as of yet. Despite the color of his cloak not being shown clearly due to the blurring of the scene, if we amplify the color of the image, we can see that whoever he is might be wearing what seems to be a red cloak. The emphasis on this color could imply a connection to the organization, or cult, that we've already seen during the opening moments of the trailer, who are all seen wearing red. We can also see a black strap on his outfit, similar to some of the black straps found on these guys' red outfits. Now, considering that we're hearing Troy Baker's voice throughout this sequence, it's highly possible that this might be Higgs himself, or at least someone working for him. As the gun is about to be fired, we're shown another baby in a typical repatriation sequence, this time with tar coming out of its closed eyes, but it doesn't really give us a thumbs up. The scene right after shows us Fragile with the same black liquid coming out of her eyes, which happens to match the black liquid seen on the baby's eyes just before. Was Fragile shot? Or perhaps even shot dead? These particular sequences are normally shown when someone is killed and is about to return back to life, similar to this scene here, showing one of Sam's deaths.
We'll pick this up when you're
Hey,
done
yo.
dying.
Got a handful.
I'll see you on the beach for the grand finale.
Yo.
When Fragile is shown again, the entire area is engulfed in flames, which means that some time had passed since she crashed with the unicycle to when this scene is actually happening. Unless, of course, Fragile ended up being beached, similar to how Cliff Unger was beached after his death, in his restless search for BB, which could explain the black liquid coming out of Fragile's eyes, very much like the black liquid that came out of Cliff's eyes following his death.
Oh.
Could Fragile perhaps be a repatriate, like Sam and Higgs? As an injured Fragile moves towards Louise, we can see Louise soon stops moving, with Fragile losing consciousness soon after. The fact that Higgs is heard telling BB not to worry, and that he'll always be with her, seems to imply that Higgs, or whoever was after Fragile, might actually be kidnapping Louise. This could explain how Higgs might be accessing Sam's old memories, since Sam was actually experiencing his memories through his connection to BB. In fact, back then, Sam thought they were Lou's memories when they were actually his own.
Thanks for everything.
Child special. One of a kind.
A BB candidate.
The BB pod shown here appears to be the same one which was holding the cryptobiotes as a sort of aquarium during the trailer's opening moments, as we can see from some of the decorations that were inside of it. And while the pod appears to be open, it doesn't necessarily look damaged. What's interesting is that the cryptobiotes seem to have changed into a spiky shape, and also have a different color from the regular ones that were inside of it. A dark-looking baby entity appears inside of the pod, one which even seems to have Louise's wings, implying a connection of sorts with baby Lou. When it comes to appearance, this entity is somewhat reminiscent of a BT, not to mention its wings giving it a little demon vibes to it. The fact that Louise was wearing wings, and this dark-looking entity has wings too, kind of teases an angels and demons scenario. A benevolent being, and perhaps a malevolent spiritual form that is potentially connected to the world of the dead, and which might both be intertwined across an alternate reality, otherwise known as the multiverse.
I'm sure you've heard the term
Girl, same.
multiverse.
I got my tubes tied.
Given the similarities between Louise and this entity, it's highly likely that Louise might still have a connection to her pod, as we'll also be seeing in a later scene. It's also interesting to note that instead of the pod's normal yellowish glow, as seen in the first game, the pod now seems to be emitting a red glow instead, which is the color that Higgs' portable tank used to glow. Could Higgs have truly taken Louise in his possession?
Baby, don't worry. It's okay. I'll always be with you.
Next, we see the logo for Drawbridge, a new organization which is described by the words boat, stick and rope to protect and connect together for tomorrow. This description seems to imply that Fragile's organization is maintaining the goal of connection, even if it means fighting their way together.
Really do appreciate your company here.
Stick was the first tool mankind ever created, and is meant to keep bad things away, whilst the rope is meant to keep good things close to you, thus symbolizing connection. This was pretty much the theme of the first game, and it's great to see it will be further emphasized in the sequel. As Sam is seen climbing the stairs from the shadows, a mysterious character is heard talking to someone. Doesn't necessarily mean he's talking to Sam.
Thank you, Patty,
but the fact
cashing
that
in
Sam
them
is shown during this character's
biddies
dialogue could serve as an indication that he is indeed talking to him. This character says that no one should have to suffer such loss, that he understands how the other person feels, and warns him.
Pat, what the fuck are you doing? You need to stop everything and watch and watch Scott Pilgrim versus the.
If this character is
Scott
truly
Pilgrim
talking
takes
to
off.
Sam, the sadness he talks about being portrayed in a variety of ways. Is he referring to Louise possibly being kidnapped by Higgs? Could something have happened to Fragile while Sam wasn't there to help them? Or could this be a reference to the loss of Sam's wife, Lucy, who committed suicide whilst being pregnant with Sam's child, triggering a void out that obliterated an entire town, with Sam being the only survivor due to being a repatriate, an event which Sam could never forget throughout the first game.
The time flow fast forwards whatever it touches, but it can't wash everything away. The past just won't let go.
Here we have a quick glimpse at a rainbow effect, as well as a sound that is heard upon its appearance, probably to go along with the cool effect. And we can finally see the man himself, Sam Porter Bridges. And we're pretty sure the first question that came up in everyone's mind was, why is Sam looking older? Was there a time jump? Perhaps to show Louise all grown up? It's certainly plausible, but then again, in that scene, Fragile doesn't look much older than she was in the trailer's opening moments, where Louise is still a baby. But if there wasn't a time jump involved, how could Sam be looking older than he was in the first game? Something very interesting we should mention is that due to the timeless nature of the beach, Amelie's Ka, her soul so to speak, did not age, which is why she kept looking young compared to others.
And in all that time, she hasn't aged a day.
He knows why. My body's still on the beach. I don't get to grow older.
Due to the fact that he was brought back to life by her, Sam gained a special connection with Amelie, granting him repatriation powers, and in turn becoming a sufferer of dooms, with which Sam would experience nightmares, and also end up stranded on the beach, not knowing a way out.
Here. It's a dream catcher. You're free. But we're still
on something that's going to get inevitably changed.
Don't tell me we're not.
Even though Higgs gained his dooms unknowingly by his own, he was also given new abilities upon meeting Amelie, who connected Higgs to her in some shape or form. In fact, at the end of his battle with Sam, Amelie seems to take away his abilities.
I'm not trying to be rude on the phone or anything like that. I'm taking care of some sort of
in
business.
favor of Sam.
Jimmy Pillar, damn it!
Oh, what the hell?
We can even see his hair appearing grayer towards the end of the battle, when compared to the brownish color he had, which could be the result of Amelie slowly removing the connection between them, resulting in Higgs losing his powers and his aging catching up to him.
Those of us with dooms, her, we're all bound here.
You're too kind. Period.
By completing the chiral network, Sam unknowingly connected people's beaches to Amelie's beach. Amelie explains that in order to hold off the last stranding, Sam had to cut Amelie and her beach loose from the world, which also meant removing his connection to her.
But if you cut me and my beach loose, perhaps you can stop it from spreading. You might just prevent the last stranding, which is why we must sever our connection.
Sam's connection with Amelie might have slowed his aging process when compared to other people, but once that connection is gone, it's highly possible that Sam would start growing at a faster rate, since his lost years would eventually catch up to him. In fact, Dead Man specifically mentions the term accelerated aging as Sam returns from the beach after a month, following his final meeting with Amelie, even though Dead Man thought it wasn't going to affect Sam at the time.
We looked for a month with absolutely nothing to show for it.
A month on the outside. How long on the inside?
Trust me when I tell you, you don't want to know. But don't worry. We found no signs of accelerated aging.
Hey, welcome, by the way. Welcome everybody who's hanging out with me right now.
On the outside,
we're watching.
Sam could have
Oh
spent
shoot,
many
let's
long
go.
years on the inside. And with his connection to Emily being severed, Sam could now be experiencing some of the consequences.
Hello,
of having her
hello,
on his side
Gleefa. Thank you so much for the follow. I love your emotes. That's literally the reason I followed your channel, and that is all because of Lieutenant Mao. So welcome. We're chilling out, watching some Death Stranding 2 propaganda videos. Huge fan of your emotes.
As the scene shows us what Sam is looking at, we see a
What up,
mysterious object
Pimp?
that seems
Good
to be
to see
submerged
ya.
in the black liquid.
Happy to have you.
An
Love
object
your
that is surveilling
emotes.
the area, which is quite reminiscent of a submarine's periscope.
Right now, this Sussy Baka Sunday is being brought to you by the Magical Butter Machine.
Ship,
it means I am
black liquid itself.
tore up from the
With
floor.
a number of
This
gazers
song is
also
sponsored
seen
by
falling from the
the
ship
shadow
and
government.
back into the black liquid. Mysterious sounds are heard
And,
as the ship continues to rise.
I'm having a
Sounds
great
that
time,
kinda
and I hope
remind
you
us of
are
the
as
tripods
well.
from one of the worlds.
Yeah, Mal was dropping these emotes in the chat, and I was geeking out. So my compliments to the chef. Chef's kiss.
Upon closer inspection, the ship appears to be called DHV Magellan. Meet the shadowy future without fear and conquer the unknown. Ferdinand Magellan was a Portuguese explorer
and
who
check
had
you out,
organized a
brother.
Spanish
After I saw
expedition
that
to the East
offline
Indies
follow,
from
thank you so much. But
1519
yes,
to
I
1522,
finally just
becoming
recently
the
upped my
first
emote
European to
game,
cross the Pacific
but I
Ocean,
got more coming.
and resulting
Hey,
in the
nah,
first
thank you, Pimp,
circumnavigation
for
of the
real.
world. A journey that changed
Thank
the
you.
world forever, being called the greatest sea voyage ever undertaken and the most significant.
When I see a good emote,
Magellan was
I want to
actually
put a
already
spotlight
featured in
on it.
Sony's Uncharted movie, which we also happened to analyze in one of our previous videos. The fact that the ship came out of the black liquid strongly implies that DHV Magellan might even be capable of traveling to beaches, similar to how Fragile traveled between beaches in the first game, or perhaps even the Seam, the purgatory state between the world of the living
Where Echo
and
the
beach.
Dolphin is. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and everybody in
The
between,
ship's
help me in
name being
welcoming
purposely chosen
Ellie
as
to the
Magellan
chat.
further hints that we might be traveling to other lands beyond America.
What
The
up?
premise behind this definitely sounds.
Check it out. We got to shout all y'all out. Gleefa, you're up.
One thing about me, chat, I got determination.
Gleefa is for real putting himself through a test training over here.
Here we go. There we go. I knew it.
Playing that Fortnite, yep. Man, I fell off. I fell off hard. I came back and I played the Lego stuff and the racing stuff. That seemed pretty
The water
cool.
was right here, just did me dirty.
I want to be like you whenever I'm older. The same Minecraft.
Yes, thank you for the content, comrade, because your content is my content is our content. And Ellie, how the hell are you, my friend? How's that 100 baby challenge going for you?
The panda's favorite. See if he'll come approach. Oh my god. It's approaching us. It's approaching us. Oh my god. Look how close the panda is. Oh my god. Oh, we fed it. Oh my god, we fed the panda. It loves us now. Oh my god. This is an experience I'll never forget.
Oh, yes! Ellie, thank you so much. That got me geeking. Yeah, we're clipping the fuck out of that, boy. Yeah. Let me just drop this in the minute real quick. Guys, even on my Sussy Baka Sunday days where I tell everybody to fuck the fuck off when it comes to like getting their graphic design stuff done politely, respectfully, of course. Let me just do that real quick. Yeah, that's right. The gang is all here. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. Let's go ahead and embarrass Lieutenant Mao while we're here. I'm also stalling for time while I'm sending this PDF out. There's a 10 out of 10 chance she's talking about poop in this clip.
I can't.
You alright, Mal? Oh! Oh! The damn bun.
I gotta pinch my nose. I'm gonna throw up.
Oh God, don't do that on camera. Or do it, I don't know. I don't know what the TOS is about on that. No, the cat food, that's right.
I gotta swallow it. I can't.
We're gonna need a palate cleanser after that one. So Pat, let's put that warm wet mouth of yours up on the board.
Why didn't you show me the replay? I want to see my death.
And if you think I'm
Look
hitting
right.
on you, I am.
Sorry if I'm messing with the mic.
Now you can play with it, just be soft. Soft touch.
Oh my God, how did I live?
How do I live without you? Oh, I'm clipping that.
Yes. Oh, that was definitely a palate cleanser. I think I flirt harder with the homies. They always get my best material. Got a teaser poster as a placeholder. I get eyes on it. I sound like a desk jock doing that. All right, sent that off. Get out of here. I'm closing my MacBook. My MacBook represents work to me. Aw, you guys are so sweet to each other. I love it.
On a related note, NASA also had a spacecraft by the name of Magellan, which managed to map the entire surface of Venus, making several discoveries about the planet, thus becoming one of the most successful deep space missions.
Ellie, what's going on is that
And
you're
whilst
all
that
legends in the
stranding
chat, and I
contains
hope
certain
you're
elements
all
of outer space,
nice and
this
warm and
particular
cozy
NASA
core.
spacecraft was still named after the Portuguese explorer, so we think Kojima's Magellan ship was indeed named.
I'm good today. The other days have been brutal with migraines. Me,
Here we can see the logo for Drawbridge,
me, I also
the
suffer
one
from
for DHV
migraines
Magellan,
constantly,
and appearing briefly,
and
since
I
it's much
realized
smaller,
that it is
the one
because
for
of
APAC.
monosodium glutamate.
All three logos are found on
I
one
found
ship.
out very recently, actually, that
Now, if
monosodium
we look at
glutamate
this
is in
image
ranch
that Kojima
dressing.
officially
So
tweeted,
be on the
we can
lookout.
see these
Look out
three
for
logos next to
monosodium
each
glutamate
other,
in the foods that you
describing
eat. I
APAC
can't eat
as an
Doritos
automated
or like
public
flavored chips
assistance
because of it
company.
anymore.
Drawbridge as a
And when I
franchise
do
organization.
start getting a migraine,
And of course,
I
the
always drink
Magellan,
an entire
being the
bottle of
ship
Gatorade
itself.
right off jump.
The
Or
Magellan
get
looks
really,
quite
really,
armed.
really
You can
high.
see with these two heavy machine gun turrets over here. This actually goes in line with the description for Drawbridge, that of having both stick and rope, with the ship's journey to other places being the equivalent of the rope connection, and of course the stick being represented by these weapons that are used to keep bad things away. Here
Yeah,
we
so,
can see the
little
words Lorne
something.
Romer,
And then I also always
what
keep
appears to
Excedrin
be a
migraine
large
within
crane of
arm's
sorts
reach with me
that is
at
used
all
to lift
times.
heavy
I
cargo.
carry it with me.
It also reminds us of the railgun from Metal Gear Rex, and the ship's overall appearance kinda looks like
I thought
a
it was
flying
all that
pedal gear
Monterey
of
Jack
sorts.
cheese when I was eating. Ha!
Here we
I'm
also
more of
get
a cheddar
sneak
jack
peek
guy
of
myself,
what
but I
could
do
be
love me
the
some
ship.
Velveeta.
On a side note, could this ship actually be upgradable, such as adding more weapons, armor, or perhaps some kind of energy shields?
Please,
sort of
graphics,
like
dude.
upgrading the Jackdaw in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but with a different kind of ship. That can be a very cool gameplay feature. Having said that, the Magellan is definitely an awesome addition to the world of Death Stranding, and we can't wait to see it operate in the
I
final
love
game.
that emote.
Fragile is once again seen with tears on her face, and so is Sam, possibly due to the two of them being so
shucks.
close to the gazers. The blue
Ellie's
attachment that
talking
Fragile
about,
is wearing here looks very much like the skeleton arms from the Fragile
Daryl,
Express
by the
logo
way.
that she used in the first game.
Step bro.
And by looking closer, we can actually see that she is equipped with a BB pod, similar to the one Sam had in the first game. Now, what's interesting about this is that Fragile didn't really need to connect to a BB in the first game, since her Doom's level was higher than Sam's, which allowed her to see BTs on her own. as well as to teleport to other locations.
What about CB's collar bones? That's the real question we're asking here.
What's your level? You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Level 2 then.
The fact that Fragile appears to be connected to a BB now further implies that she could in fact be losing some of her Doom's abilities.
Psycho-flexing.
It's the implication.
And that Sam isn't the only one going through changes in his life.
Yeah, it'd be windy, cold, and snowy.
It's time for you to hit the road and start a new journey.
It's snowing outside. In fact, let me show you the window. Yeah, see, it's cold. It's cold outside, baby. It's cold outside. The snow in the AT field is snowing.
A new journey, one that could be reminiscent of the journey of Magellan himself.
Oh no.
If you enjoy watching our videos,
I do.
We'd appreciate if you could show us your support on Patreon.
Excuse me.
These videos consist of long hours of writing, recording, and editing, and with your support on Patreon, you can now help us improve and evolve our channel, allowing us to give you even more videos in a shorter time.
Gracias.
In doing so, you'll be able to benefit from exclusive Metal Gear journals, sneak peeks from our upcoming work,
yeah,
your name listed at the end
Silent
of all
Hills.
our videos, early access, and many more. Head over to patreon.com/PythonSelkin for more.
That'd be the only channel I'd actually give money to.
So let love warm till the morning.
Now, if we had to start from these guards in the back,
where to start?
we don't really know much about them, other than they appear to be robotic looking. If these guards function automatically, then they could very much fit with the description for APAC, which is an automated public assistance company. The word automated describes something that is being operated by machines or computers without needing any human control, and the word does seem to come close with what we're actually seeing here. Are these guards part of APAC? We don't really know yet, but they do appear right after APAC is mentioned in the trailer.
It wasn't the UCA that made the final decision. It was APAC, a private corporation.
If these truly are part of APAC, and they appear to be enemies, then what's the APAC logo doing on the Magellan?
Oh, what?
Another one.
Would this character have hijacked these guards under his command? Could this be the reason why the trailer asks, should you have connected?
Fucking dark side.
And now, onto the one and only. Of course, the word Higgs screams all over this character, starting from Troy Baker's voice, who was singing this version of BB's theme, and as we can also see by these credits, all the way to this guy's seemingly cold attitude.
Sound like fun? Of course it does.
Now, as most of you may remember, Higgs was stuck on the beach at the end of the first game, which technically means he can't make it to the world of the living, at least not on his own. Technology is making its leaps when it comes to interacting with beaches, and him being stranded there could explain why he now seems to possess a robotic body. A body he might somehow be controlling with his ka, his soul, possibly from the beach itself. This enemy's portrayal is somehow reminiscent of combat veteran Cliff Unger, who was beached after his death, and who became a dangerous enemy with the abilities he gained from the beach, such as being able to control dead soldiers from across different time periods. This cyborg-like body appears to have its own Odradek scanning device in the shape of an advanced umbilical cord. And he also seems to be giving commands to these guards via his pretty advanced-looking guitar.
Transparent, like,
once activated,
tummy.
red exclamation
That's
marks
not the type
appear
of
on these
midriff
guards
that
in the
is
background,
appreciated on this
reminiscent
channel.
of the ones in a series which Hideo Kojima is very well known for, that goes by the name of Metal Gear Solid. These can actually be seen better in the character's official poster, here. Could these be artificial organs? We can also see a similar yellowish cover on each of these guards in the background. One thing we should also note before we continue talking about this character is that beaches only exist for those who have been naturally born. In other words, whatever doesn't have a soul doesn't have a beach, and the fact that we're now seeing these automated or robotic enemies might be curious to say the least. Could something be happening to all those who have beaches? Food for thought. Now, these particular symbols that are found on the guitar strap appear to be the same symbols from the coffin we saw earlier in the trailer, as well as this insignia, which seems to match the appearance of this statue that is possibly being used
First
to
off,
worship
it's
the
artificial
extinction
intelligence, and now it's
entity. Both of these
artificial
symbols
organs.
strongly suggest that this cult, or perhaps order, is truly related to Higgs and the extinction entity. Not to mention the emphasis on the color red, which all of them seem to have.
My man looks
in Heron.
baked as fuck.
Now we may have seen Higgs going against Emily on several occasions in the first game, but there is proof that this might have been all an act, such as in this particular moment, just before Sam's final fight with Higgs, where we can see Higgs worshipping Amelie on his knees from afar. Yet as soon as they notice Sam's arrival, Higgs continues the act.
Amelie?
Sam? What are you doing here?
You ready to end this? Before the end of everything?
This shows that deep down, Higgs and Emily were still very much on the same side, which is why
He's
he may
down
be
bad
working
for
for her once again in Death Stranding 2. In fact,
Honestly, I was
the
starting to
keeper
forget what
that
it
this
felt
character
like.
is wearing looks very much like the one Amelie used to wear, which was gifted to her by Sam as a symbol of their bond.
I wish all the homies
Could
and the
Higgs have
ladies,
somehow
especially the
connected
ladies,
himself with
stay
Sam?
nice, warm, and cozy.
Could this be
core.
the reason why he might have access to his memories? Upon closer inspection, and which can be
This
better
is
seen by the
a
official
Death
poster,
Stranding 2
the eyes on his mask are actually
lore. What is this called? Death Stranding 2 detailed analysis. Old Sam explained Higgs's plan, and Fragile's mystery plus lore. So essentially, this channel, they dive deep into like the Hideo Kojima mindfuck video
ancient
games,
Egypt,
and
a
kind
theme
of
which
like
Higgs
try
displayed
to
already
figure
in
it
the
all
first
out.
game.
I love it.
This particular design on his cyborg-like hand,
But yes, there is
very
a
much
video
the same
game element
design
to all
found
of
on
this.
this guy's hand, as we can see with a brighter image of this scene, which is why we think this villain may be the same character shown at the end of the trailer, potentially being Higgs. Or
These
someone from the
graphics
same
are killer.
group.
All of the
And one
Hideo
last
Kojima
very
games
important point
have been on the
about this
cutting edge of
character.
graphics.
Doesn't his hair remind you of Emily?
Oh, what? No!
The fact that Kojima decided to close this scene right when this character is about to reveal his face pretty much means his identity has to remain hidden for now, or that something's not right. Now, if we rewind this scene a couple of seconds back, as soon as he performs that guitar motion, we can actually catch a quick glimpse of this character's ear, which does look very much like Higgs's distinctive ears.
Higgs
But why
looking
would he
kinda
now
creepy.
have Emily's hair?
And then everybody in the
her people,
background, the
and from what
exclamation
they
points
seem to be
pop up when the
suggesting,
guitar
even
riff.
her face? Something which many fans might have forgotten is that this was teased already in the first game, during this very scene, where Higgs is seen with Emily's face in one of Sam's nightmares.
I need to tell you something. I am the extinction entity.
Coincidence? We'll leave it for you to decide. What's certain is that Kojima enjoys swapping faces and hiding the identity of his characters in a lot of his
Ooh.
games,
I
so
saw
it's not
Snake
something
looking like a
fans should
baddie.
really be shocked by. Then again, it's interesting to see Higgs's character evolve with whatever face he'll be having now. Considering he worshipped her very much like a god during the scene from the first game, could Higgs be trying to reach or perhaps even bring Emily back to the world of the living? Or is he aspiring to become the successor of the extinction entity himself? Let us know what you think down in the comments. Should we have connected? This question suggests Higgs might be taking advantage of the complete chiral network we made ourselves, and the reason might be, as the first game tells us, is because everyone's beaches would eventually be connected into one.
What's up, beaches?
I will merge them and all mankind's beaches into a single shore.
You gave me everything I needed, Sam. A complete chiral network. Spread all across America. Connecting all them precious little knots. I got the whole world in the palm of my hand.
Hold up, I've seen enough hentai
And
to
for
know
the
where this
final
is going.
scene, we can actually hear a baby from inside the pod, who Sam believes is Louise, but instead of a baby, all we can see is what appears to be an octopus. What first caught our attention is that if those baby sounds truly belong to Lou, She sounds kind of younger than she looked in the trailer's opening moments. She pretty much sounds the same as she did when she was inside the pod, back in the first game. With regards to the octopus, the first thing that comes to mind is that this is, of course, an aquatic creature, very much like the other sea creatures we see on the beach. In fact, most of the battles we had in the first game were BTs that seem to have been manifested from such sea creatures, or even left octopus-like tentacles all over the vehicles at the beach. Now, one of Kojima's recent tweets gave us a better look at this octopus inside the pod, which Kojima seems to call Octopus Lou, and if we slow this down for a few seconds, we can actually see what appears to be the upper side of a baby's head, transforming into the octopus.
Thank you for the lurk, Ellie. Do appreciate your company.
The same particle effect on the BTs.
Before you leave, though, we're going to shout you out, because we love it.
Fucking footsteps.
First off, we got Harley Quinn on all fours. Nice. Good start.
Are you here lagging? They're gonna come back. They're gonna... Wow, there's 2 teams on us, huh?
Yeah, there is.
I'm going, I'm trying. I can't slide, you know. Stop looking at my butt.
Judging by the red light in the background, could this scene actually be set upon Sam returning to the safe house?
Hey, let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and everybody in between, help me in welcoming the new Papa Pro Lokar to the stream. Congratulations, you've procreated. I'm keeping the content warm. We've been enjoying 2 hours of literally live reacting to this excellent YouTube channel about PT, Metal Gear, and all the other ones. Fuck you, don't make me lurk. Congratulations, Pro Lokar and the kiddo.
Oh shit! Damn, severe depression.
And yes, the content is nice and cozy core.
Could this same BT-looking entity be the one turning
How are you,
into an
buddy? You know
octopus?
what? I can't just shout out Ellie. We gotta get Pro Lokar up on the board. Hello, hello, can you hear me?
You know, and then she pulls out an attack that's like, it's the same attack, but it feels like it just hits a hell of a lot harder. I realized I said, oh no, like as if like a fucking... oh no! Like I dropped a whole tray of Hot Pockets.
There we go. All right, and we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the shit show. Lagging on my side. Yep. New baby is strong and healthy. I can't wait to not show up for future soccer games. And he's gone. And now we're back. And Sonic is back in with that. No.
Alright, so we got this room to the left that I haven't done, and then we got this, which... If I did all that, then shouldn't I have already have done this? Graveyard of the Peaks? Yeah. So we gotta go this way. I'll take my chances this way.
Oh, Blasphemous. Yeah, that's a good game.
We killed each other! What the fuck?
Excellent content. Content's so good, it crashed the stream. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the shit show. Do appreciate all of your company, either live on YouTube at youtube.com/BM2KX or twitch.tv/BM2KX. Definitely do appreciate everybody's company. Definitely do appreciate your...
Acknowledge me!
Your resubscription. You have been subscribed for 21 months. Yeah, we were watching this excellent Death Stranding video after we watched a excellent...
And if this truly is Lou, what can this actually mean? Did Lou's Ka and Ha separate? In a similar fashion
what
to
did we watch before this? Mal, you have to help me. Ellie, you gotta help me.
Being the one near fragile,
today's stream is being brought to you by the Magical Butter Machine.
The chick acquires some sort of BT ability that allows her to transform into such a creature. Or could this have been yet another nightmare sequence?
On Daryl.
Speaking of Louise, remember the little heart symbol on her arm which we mentioned earlier? This same heart appears to be deliberately placed in between the name and surname of actress Elle Fanning, one of the new stars in the game, whose character is still pretty much a secret. And if there's one thing everyone should know about Hideo
one
Kojima,
of each. I
is that
wouldn't
he
have
sure
cared.
loves teasing his fans. So this could very well be an early indication of who this actress might be playing.
Yes, this is Death Stranding 2.
This brings us to the end of our first trailer analysis for Death Stranding 2.
Yeah.
We're having a blast analyzing this game, so we highly suggest staying tuned to our channel for a plethora of theories coming your way. Having said that, what are your thoughts on everything we talked about in this video? We'd like to hear your opinions and theories, so make sure to let us know in the comment section.
But I've been completely spoiled. I know exactly what happens.
We hope you enjoyed this video, and for all things Death Stranding and Hideo Kojima, hit that like button, and make sure to subscribe.
Yep, we certainly did that. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Right meow. We're going to go back to our playlist. So yes, by the way, anybody that has access to the Discord, and if someone would be so kind as to type in !Discord into the chat, there's a server in regards to videos that you want to see watched on stream. This isn't just YouTube. I would also like for you guys and gals, especially the gals, to suggest TikTok videos as well, and I would love to live react to them on stream. I made a playlist myself. I'm actually copying and pasting something new in here. And we're gonna take a little vacation from the creepy Death Stranding PT stuff. And we're going to watch a video about Quan Chi. Is he bad? I don't think he is. I think he's actually pretty good. That's what we're gonna do. I will react as well, and you can come watch my channel instead. Yeah, we'll do it first. Ever finished DS1? Ending is emotional. I cried. The Omega raid in Final Fantasy XIV made me cry. Welcome back, Ellie. We're talking about how bitch made we are in the chat. Men shouldn't show their emotions. You need to bottle them up so they can fester as a mental illness. Let's go. So we're going to enjoy this Quan Chi video together.
Well, Quan Chi has been out long enough in Mortal Kombat 1 where his overall viability
Honestly,
is seemingly a hot discussion here on YouTube. Although from what I've seen in comment sections and more, that people are definitely better at voicing their opinions than others, will say that there are points being made
Are you
all
saying
over
the Mortal
place
Kombat
about just how good or bad this character actually is.
Fandom is toxic?
Now, I've been playing a ton of Quan Chi, and I've played him enough now that I'm fairly confident in putting my own points across, as I've played Quan Chi for many years, from all the way back in the MKX days, and I do feel like I've got a decent game plan going, although there are some clear weaknesses. Join me today where we discuss just what exactly is wrong with this character and how I think things could hopefully improve down the line. Now, do I think this character sucks? No, but I definitely think he has troubles that a simple game plan adjustment just can't fix.
Bro, I don't know. I love Quan Chi.
Now, it would be unfair to spend the entire video just saying what I think doesn't work, because we must always give characters props when necessary, and, to be fair, Quan Chi does do some things kind of well. The first and most important is his zoning.
I played him in
when
9.
Quan Chi actually has control in a match,
I believe you.
and especially in the right matchup,
I just don't
his
remember.
keep away is some of the better keep away in the game. That's not to say it's the best. There are characters that are overall better at spending a whole game zoning than he is. Characters that come to mind are like Kitana with Kung Lao, who, in my opinion, that's the best zoning team. But he has enough there that he can make his ranged game pretty dangerous at times. This is pretty much why he has the favourable matchups that he has. I know many Quan Chi players, myself included, think that Rain is a very good matchup for him because you're fighting a keep-away character with your own much faster tools.
That's
and you have projectiles that can chew through the water bubble, and they allow you to keep ranged control for the entire match. That and his full screen standing 4 being a punish on things that most characters can't punish, and this is not just matchup specific, this is everything. Paired with a cameo that turns your standing 4 into a 40% combo, that can be a game changer. Another element to his ranged game are the buttons that work with it. Now, I'm mostly talking about Standing 3 and Standing 4 here. The Standing 4 speaks for itself because it's like I just said, full screen and it punishes a lot of stuff at full screen. But the Standing 3 is a often underrated button because it is a fantastic anti-air when the opponent jumps at various times, and it excels at anti-airing when the opponent's further away. The fact you can jump cancel this move means that while performing it, there's really no reason not to input a forward jump in case it hits, because if it whiffs or it's blocked, nothing happens. It's a very safe move to throw out at distance. The better matchups that Kwon has are matchups where you can keep range control for as long as possible. The reason this works is because it prevents the opponent from being in the situations that Quan Chi is the most vulnerable. It is the avoiding of these situations that allows Quan Chi to thrive. The problem is, there aren't many of these matchups because most characters inevitably are going to get in. It's the nature of an assist-based fighting game. Cameos can cover your back. This isn't new to Mortal Kombat 1, it's just the way things are.
Overlays.
Let's begin by discussing possibly the most obvious drawback, and that's HP, or lack of in his case. When Quan Chi first came out, we all noticed that he has 900 HP. That's the lowest in the game, and it only belongs to other characters you kind of feel were initially designed to be a glass cannon or something. Now, you could somewhat understand this for the first few days because he had a lot of zoning and people were finding various setup tools with the bone cage and ranged buttons that could do things that other characters can't. So was this justified? Well, only time would tell. Turns out, in my opinion, not really. You see, Quan Chi's overall tools are not strong enough to warrant having the joint lowest base health in the game, because his advantageous tools aren't really overwhelming enough to say, yeah, this makes sense to me. We fixed it. His damage can be decent with the right cameo, but his combo tools are resource intensive, and his overall damage isn't that high to say that he is a glass cannon. And his keep away, while it is very good in some instances, also doesn't work versus other characters for various reasons, whether it's the slow recovery on some of these projectiles, or buttons, or the opponent's own lightning-fast tools to close in space. Quan will spend most of the game on defense, often with them right next to him, and the low health means he's losing in perhaps 2 touches? It's very difficult. An issue that low HP characters have is that their cameo utility takes a pretty substantial nosedive. If there are other cameos that might help you in some matchups on paper, some of those cameos will lower your HP to 850, which in this meta is as risky as you can possibly get.
Good thing God has put Reptile in my blind spot, or else I would
think
be
that 900
become a problem with
HP is
Reptile.
justified with this character. But in the same breath, I'm not sure about 1000 either. 950 at least is the middle ground that would make picking lower HP cameos less of a risky choice. It's the fact that you can sometimes be at 850 that just doesn't make sense to me. The next thing to discuss about Quan is something not as talked about among players, but for me, this is actually his biggest downfall, and that is gaps in strings. When you're playing any given match as Quan, and you want to establish anything on block, there are 3 strings you always use, and that's 1-3, back 3-4, and 2-1. 1-3 is your fast punish, back 3-4 is your check for hitting out low pokes as he doesn't have a good mid, and this string is a good hit confirm into a full combo, and 2-1 goes into the overhead low that, with some cameos, can be full combos. The problem is, all 3 of these strings have a punishable gap after the first hit. An opponent can punish you for committing to even a second hit on any of these combo strings. And it means that applying any pressure is an absolute nightmare when the opponent knows about these things. Now, I'm not saying they're going to armor you every time, but some characters can totally neutralize Quan Chi's chance of doing anything but zoning the entire match. Yeah, some armor isn't that great, and you're trading a bit of health for them losing a bar, but in a lot of matchups, this armor puts you back to a distance where you may not be very comfortable, a mid-screen range, or sometimes even closer, where the opponent is now in the driver's seat. What's worse about this, and where I fear his worst matchups will eventually lie, are characters that can combo from their armor for good damage and a situation afterwards. I genuinely feel that Kung Lao could eventually be your hardest matchup because every armor is a full combo. The same thing with Tanya, and the issue with these characters is that even if you want to bait the armor, you have no choice but to do a single hit and then block, hoping they armor through so you can punish. But what about armor you can't punish, or in Lao or Tanya's case, armor that they're plus after? Quan's pokes are already the worst in the game, and in those situations on block, you have no choice but to hold what they're going to do next. And all this because you decided to try and do even a single combo string. The gaps are my biggest issue with this character because
next video I got
in quite a few
up, it's gonna be a
matchups,
treat.
it just totally annihilates the character. It makes you feel like you can't do anything. So, I briefly mentioned Quan Chi having the worst pokes in the game just now, and I mean it, he definitely does. I do feel like this is by design, because although the frame data on his down 1 or his down 3 is really bad, they do have okay range for what they are. And this does fit into his range design on paper, because it's clear the direction this character is in is where he is supposed to be a character played at a distance. The problem is, even a standard low poke is your last line of defense when you're being rushed down, and not having even a single one means that sometimes a matchup is decided the moment a character closes in space with plus frames. Trust me, when Johnny Cage gets in even a single time, he's kind of won the round, unless you can magically get out and prevent him from getting in again. Which anyone that's ever fought Cage will say that it's not as simple as that. Any string that is 0 on block, normally considered neutral to most characters, is really bad for Quan because his pokes are too slow to ever win a trade. And any amount of plus frames, no matter how small, are an absolute decider for Quan Chi, because if something is even slightly plus, there is no way you can even hope the opponent's gonna mistime their button or something for you to get yours out first. You simply will not win in those exchanges. The problem is, those situations are so common in this game, and all it takes is one instance where the gap has been closed for all of these issues to arise. This wouldn't be so bad for Quan if his keep away was, in fact, the best in the game.
That
if his zoning
is
was
just
out
so...
of control and, dare I even say, broken. His lack of defensive options would actually make sense. I mean, it did in Mortal Kombat X because his zoning was even better, and he had all of this wild plus on block 50-50 vortex stuff. But he doesn't have any of that here. If Quan even had one low poke that was as fast as the other characters, it just wouldn't be as bad. But as it stands, he's almost helpless when the pressure begins.
Was unfair as fuck.
Don't even get me started on his down 1 being unsafe on block, by the way. Being punished on block because you tried to do a single low poke is not a good feeling. Something that does make this worse for him is his armored sky drop. Now, I can't say confidently that it's as bad as the MKX version, because Skydrop in this game can actually lead to really good damage with a Tremor cameo, and that's the one that I play. But the hitbox on it is another story entirely. This is your only armored move, and not only is it prone to being armor broken because it's slow, it has a bad habit of missing the opponent on the way down, or being too slow that the opponent can recover their button in time to block and punish you. Skydrop sadly is one of the weaker armored moves, and it means that combining weak armor and bad low pokes makes his defensive game by far the biggest struggle in the roster. Now, I know I've spent the last 10 minutes or so constantly talking about what I think is an issue with this character, but I have to say I do enjoy playing him on a basic level, because when he does work, he's incredibly fun. He is the kind of character I like, where there are options everywhere on screen, he's got a bit of setup, there's some cool stuff you can do with the bone cage, although I personally don't use it because Tremor can't really set that up, and his zoning is fun to enforce, especially when you've got it. And his combos are a lot of fun. He's an enjoyable character character
Help me
because I like
welcoming
playing this game, right? I
Shadow
think
to
I've
the
enjoyed every
stream.
character I've played so far.
Welcome.
However, that does not change the fact that at a high level, this character might be
John
That is because many issues that he has currently are not fixable by the
I
one
want to apologize
mechanic
to all
that
my
is meant to
ADHD
fix them,
friends, but fuck 'em.
cameos. Since the very beginning of this game,
Get
it has been
epilepsy.
clear that cameos provide various tools and various options that if your character has a weakness somewhere, you might
Great
want to
minds,
pick a
right?
cameo
Utilize
to
nuclear
address.
bombs.
And in Quan Chi's current version, the only thing a cameo can actually help you with is improve your HP. Because his other
Triple
weaknesses
H.
that are
Thank you for
massively
the clip, buddy.
exploitable and give you such insanely rough matchups
And yes.
are tied to bad.
We have a Discord. Join
It's
the
not
Discord.
damage, it's not anything else like that. It is purely the speed of your buttons or the recovery on others. These are fundamental flaws that regardless of what cameo you're playing, it's not going to fix the unsafe low pokes. It's not going to fix the slow buttons. It's
Look at
not
that.
going to take your projectiles or
Sometimes I
your
forget-
with punishable normals
Yeah, that's right.
that are unbelievably minus and magically make them better. These are
I magically
all
got
flaws
distracted.
that Quan Chi has
We've
on
got
his
anime
own,
titties,
and
thick
cameos
thighs,
cannot
midriffs,
fix
and
that
collarbones
problem.
in the mix
which
now.
means,
That's right, folks.
regardless of what you're playing, the weaknesses are always going to be there, and they are by far the reason he is struggling in a high level at the moment.
I'm struggling.
I'm not going to sit here with a straight face and say that Quan
Every
Chi
day I'm
cannot win.
struggling.
I think that Mortal Kombat
Every
1
day,
is
every day,
generally
every-
quite
every-
a balanced
every-
game in that
every-
regard, because I've seen really good levels of success with pretty much every fighter in this game. Quan Chi may
What our
be, in my
personalities got
opinion,
any of
on the
those?
weaker
Nope.
side
My
because of the
personality is a
issues I've
mishmash
mentioned
of different
today
things I've
and
seen and
more.
heard on the
However,
internet and
I
TV.
think that the character can still compete in tournament. It just comes down to the right player, and it can also come down to the right matchup. A problem that you're going to face with Quan Chi is that some of the matchups you're going to have a really hard time with are the very common characters, not only in regular online play, but tournaments also. There's a lot of Raiden.
King
There's a
of the
lot of Johnny
double-double.
Cage. When that
King of the
Kenshi
double
sandwich
down
gets
over
started,
here.
you've got nothing to fight back. All of these characters are characters you're going to see a lot.
I am
and
him.
that is one of the main reasons a character can often struggle in high level, where their worst matchups are actually very common ones, and it holds them back by that
One sucks, I'm just
alone.
gonna say
But
it. You take
sometimes
that
it
shit
can just
back
take
right
the
now.
right player to conquer those challenges, and
It's
who
just
maybe
misunderstood.
lose. But right now, I feel like there are some pretty severe issues that hopefully I've been able to make clear on my side today. When it comes to how I hope things improve, I feel like a good starting point could be at least giving him a serviceable down
my.
one. That one
Shout out to
change
all
would
of
help
the
him so
fake
much in
porn
so
bot
many
Instagram
matchups where the
people
opponent
that follow
gets
me.
in and you finally have something to fight
Definitely
back.
do appreciate
Would I
that.
change the EX Skydrop? I don't know.
I don't
His
know what
Sky
you
Drop was
want from
bad
me.
in X because it was kind of intended to not be a great defensive move, and that might be the same thing here. Would I give him all this crazy combo buffs and crazy zoning buffs? No, I wouldn't. I just think that fixing some of these fundamental flaws would be a fantastic start. A tiny bit of extra health. Maybe remove the gap in even one of his usable combo strings, so he's not going to put his life on the line the moment he's pressed a single button. Maybe change some of his health around so we can use more cameos, so we can experiment with less risk. I just think that he's a few small tweaks away from becoming a lot more viable without being way too broken. But either way, I
Hey, welcome back, everybody. My favorite genre of internet video is people who talk real wild shit and then get their comeuppance later on. I don't know. Downstairs, I have the thing going to three different things. And what are you trying to do? You trying to like get my computer to blow up or something? I get it.
Eat it!
bitch! Eat it! You fucking bitch! Hey, you fucking bitch! Nice. I am a well-adjusted individual that does not get upset over a video game.
Using the cam link. Now, I think it's not one specific thing, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I have my 2 monitors going on right now, but all the clippies were working fine. We have the emotes popping off. Everything seems to be working as intended. It just decides sometimes to not do what it wants to do. You know? You know? Break! So it'll say like it's disconnected. Does it crash? No, OBS still works. I'll notice that my camera stops working. And then I'll look over at my upload speeds and it'll say like, 6,267 kilobits. And it'll go red. It'll have a little X through it. But on Twitch, I have it set up to where if I drop the stream, it gives me like a minute or 5. OBS cam link. No, I use an iPhone that goes into Camo Studio, which I'm paying $5 a month for. And then that's going to OBS as its own scene. Presets, watermarks, ISO, filter, AR, portrait, image adjustments, focus, audio settings, presets, framing, auto without zoom, auto with zoom. Sounds like it might be that, but I don't know. You might be writing too much for your card and things stop. I am sure that's probably it. Framing. Let's do that. Yes. Yes, there it is. Remember, I had choppy clips for a year until I realized it was my monitor display.
It's actually kind of hot.
Look at this. Oh, this is good. This is why I'm paying. You like that? I think that's pretty cool. I do like that. Does it matter? Does what matter? Anyways, here's what we got. Check this out. Pretty soon you won't be even matter. Oh.
The compilation of Final Fantasy VII is full of noteworthy and pivotal events, but few are as important as the infamous Nibelheim incident.
It's Nibelheim.
This event, which caused the near complete destruction of the small mountain village of Nibelheim, set in motion a sequence of events that would leave the world of Final Fantasy VII irreparably altered. And it would also have a major impact on the lives of not just Sephiroth, but also Zack Fair, Cloud Strife, and Tifa Lockhart. What's perhaps most curious about this event, however, is that as the compilation of Final Fantasy VII has expanded, the Nibelheim incident has been retold numerous times. And with each retelling, new perspectives have been added as a way of introducing extra layers of detail and fleshing out the scenario. The core narrative and timeline, however, has stayed the same throughout, in spite of the numerous revisions. Sephiroth, alongside Cloud
Can I be
and
real
Zack,
with you?
and an
I'm honestly
unnamed
not
Shin
excited for the new
infantryman
Final
were sent
Fantasy.
to Nibelheim
That's
to
fine.
investigate an
I think once you
increase in
see the
volume
game,
of
maybe you'll
monsters
think.
being
Well,
sighted in
I thought the
area
same thing about
around
16.
Mount Nibel's
16 ended up
macro
being
reactor.
a good
And as
game
they
for a
traversed
different
the
reason
area,
for me.
Tifa was assigned as their local guide. While investigating, Sephiroth came to learn some dark secrets hidden by Shinra that pertained to his very existence.
I know that you'll
These
probably
secrets
play it, though.
caused him to
I have a
descend
feeling
into
that
a
you will.
murderous rage, burning the town and killing its inhabitants until he was put to a stop in the depths of the reactor itself. In the aftermath, Zack and Cloud, along with many of the other surviving inhabitants, were detained for the
Nothing wrong with
purposes
that.
of experimentation. But some would manage to escape, and they would know the truth about what happened, or at least some parts of it. This sequence, when distilled down to its simplest form, is catalytic in nature. But when looking beyond, the Nibelheim incident can be used as a conduit to add a great deal more context to the wider lore of Final Fantasy VII.
Call me Sway, baby.
This saw the Nibelheim incident connected with Shinra's dark past of human experimentation, the Genesis War, the Turks, the mysterious ancient peoples known as the
Thanks for the
Cetra,
clip, buddy.
the cosmic horror beyond comprehension, and even the history of the planet itself. Put simply, to understand the Nibelheim incident is to understand the core themes that Final Fantasy VII tries to purvey. And throughout this video, we will explore, in our typical granular style, why the Nibelheim incident has to be considered one of the most pivotal scenes in Final Fantasy history.
Have fun with the baby, but in the meantime, let's all do the smoldering, sexy Sephiroth face together. Let me do it without my glasses. Psych.
The first recounting of the Nibelheim incident came from Cloud in the original game, while the party was lodged in Calm following their escape from Midgar. This version of the story began with Sephiroth, Cloud, and a pair of unidentified Shinra infantry.
All I'm saying is that Sephiroth and I'm also getting silver hair. Like Sephiroth.
Being dispatched to Cloud's hometown of Nibelheim. Their mission was to investigate the increase in monster sightings in and around the area of Mount Nibel. It did not take long for their mission to turn dangerous. En route to Nibelheim, in the pouring of rain, their transport vehicle was besieged by one of the very creatures they were sent to investigate, a large and fearsome dragon. Stepping out of the vehicle to deal with the threat, it was here that Cloud first witnessed the true power of Sephiroth,
Sephiroth
as the legendary soldier
that
dispatched
ass.
the monster without even breaking a sweat. Following this, Cloud recounted that the party was able to finally make it to Nibelheim in one piece. Here, Sephiroth and Cloud reflected on the concept of having a hometown, and Cloud was able to briefly visit his mother, whom he hadn't seen since leaving to join Soldier. It was from this conversation of family and hometowns that Sephiroth first revealed that his mother's name was in fact Genova, a name that would soon become very, very important. Spending the night at the local inn,
This is when
the following
Sephiroth
morning,
flips shit
Sephiroth,
and goes
Cloud,
nuts.
and the Shinra soldiers set out for the Mako reactor. To aid them in navigating the mountain's treacherous pathways, a local tour guide was contracted, who happened to be none other than Tifa Lockhart,
Wearing
Cloud's
a
childhood friend.
adorable cowboy
After
hat.
snapping
Let's
a quick
go.
photograph of the group with a local fan of Sephiroth's, they then ascended the mountain. The subsequent journey to the reactor proved to be perilous. The path to the reactor was fraught with monsters, as was expected, but it was a sudden bridge collapse that led to the death of one of the Shinra soldiers, an event which Sephiroth had an unusually cold and pragmatic response to. But it was once the group reached the Mako reactor that things really began to unravel. Making their way to the center of the reactor's core alone, while Tifa and the surviving Shinra soldier waited outside, it was here that Cloud and Sephiroth discovered two things. First, a sealed door engraved curiously with the name of Sephiroth's mother, Genova, and secondly, the source of the monster infestation, a broken Mako purification tank. Setting about fixing the issue, it was at this moment that something much more horrific was stumbled upon by Sephiroth. Shinra, as a company, was known for its shady dealings and dark weapons experimentation, but what lay hidden in the Mako reactor was unlike anything either Cloud or Sephiroth had seen from the company. They found row after row of Mako tanks containing mutated humanoid monsters, put there by none other than Shinra's lead scientist, Professor Hojo. Describing this as a much more sinister version of the Mako treatment given to members of Soldier, Sephiroth began to question his own existence. Was he also the product of such experimentation? Cloud described how Sephiroth stated that he had always felt different.
Look at that
even from
awesome
a young age.
Yoshitaka Amano.
Brandishing his sword, the Masamune,
Art.
Sephiroth lashed out at the pods in rage as a startled Cloud jumped out of the way. Sephiroth wondered aloud if he was any different from these monsters, his fury causing one of the tanks to burst open and reveal the grotesque monster inside, writhing in a pool of Mako. Upon returning to the village, Cloud described how Sephiroth holed himself up inside the local landmark known as the Shinra Manor. Sephiroth spent days in the derelict mansion, poring over the scientists' abandoned research notes, searching for answers to his existential questions. What Sephiroth discovered in those files changed him forever. Sephiroth had come to understand that Jenova was not just the name of his mother, but also the namesake of the Jenova Project, an attempt by Shinra professors Gast and Hojo to create an artificial version of a long-extinct race of beings known as the Cetra, or the Ancients. And Jenova, as Sephiroth believed, was the Cetra specimen they used in order to do so. The real icing on the cake, however, was that the Jenova Project's crowning achievement was none other than Sephiroth himself, supposedly the world's first artificially created ancient. Staying in the Shinra Manor and keeping watch while Sephiroth read, when Cloud eventually did check up on Sephiroth, he found a man possessed. This was fueled by a newfound belief that his mother and the Cetra had been betrayed by humans, beings he now believed were unfit to rule the planet. Based on this, Sephiroth proclaimed his desire to reunite with Jenova and bring about the retribution the planet deserved for crimes against it. With Cloud unable to reason with him, Sephiroth departed again from the Mako reactor, this time alone, and he was hell-bent on revisiting the sealed door bearing Jenova's name in the reactor's core. Exiting the mansion in pursuit, what Cloud described finding was almost beyond words. Sephiroth, with his newfound disdain for humanity and desire for revenge bubbling over, had proceeded to slaughter the people of Nibelheim, burning the town to the ground. While Cloud was able to help some of the inhabitants with the help of Tifa's martial arts instructor, Zangan, the horrors of Sephiroth's violence were almost too much to bear. Surrounded by billowing flames, the once legendary war hero simply turned to Cloud, smirked, and took off for the reactor. Following Sephiroth up the mountain to the reactor, it was outside the core that Cloud came across Tifa. She was standing over her father's lifeless body with Sephiroth's Masamune on the ground nearby. We learned that Tifa's father had been one of the few who tried to stand up to Sephiroth to hold him accountable for his actions, and he was summarily struck down for his troubles. Taking the Masamune into her own grief-stricken hands, Tifa then rushed at Sephiroth, attempting to take his life for what he had done to her father. Sadly, it was of no use. Sephiroth easily overpowered the teenage Tifa, slashing her across the chest and tossing her aside like a rag doll, before unsealing the door to Jenova's chamber and entering. Trying to help his childhood friend, Cloud tended to Tifa the best he could, but fueled with his own blind rage at the horrors he had witnessed and the circumstances he had found himself in, Cloud followed Sephiroth into Jenova's chamber, Buster Sword in hand, and revenge on his mind. He arrived just in time to witness Sephiroth dismantle the ornate angelic casing surrounding Jenova's tank,
all of this is
allowing
lies.
for a first-hand look at her true, otherworldly nature. And it was here that Cloud's recollection of events ended. It led to many questions being answered, as while the Nibelheim incident itself was a secret to the rest of the world and was part of an elaborate cover-up, Shinra did acknowledge, via its official reports, that Sephiroth had died during his operation there. But as Cloud couldn't remember what happened between him and Sephiroth following the reunion with Jenova, and due to the fact that he actively doubted his ability to have killed Sephiroth himself, it was unclear at that point what really happened.
I'm able to
following the
calm
pair's
my son by telling him about Elden
and the
Ring
facts would only
lore.
continue to become more unclear as the story unfolded. The issue with this recollection, as the player would later
Either he's
learn,
into it or
was that it was
it's
neither
boring.
the whole story,
It
nor
could
was
be
it
both.
100% accurate. When confronting Cloud inside the Whirlwind Maze, Sephiroth exhibited some intriguing powers to create an illusionary recreation of the Nibelheim incident, and what he showed proved to be quite earth-shattering. According to this reenactment, Cloud had unknowingly misrepresented the past when he put himself in the role of Sephiroth's soldier first-class comrade.
That's right.
The role was instead, according to Sephiroth, fulfilled by someone else altogether. A different soldier with spiky black hair, but who seemed to wield Cloud's signature Buster Sword. This illusion appeared to imply that it was not Cloud who fought the dragon outside of the town with Sephiroth, or who discovered the Mako pods inside the reactor's core. It was someone else. Someone
And he was a
Cloud's version of
stud.
events had left out completely.
Another Square
And what's
Enix,
more,
he did it
Tifa's
again.
actions seemed to add validity to Sephiroth's claims. As Cloud struggled to reconcile his memories with Sephiroth's reenactment, and Tifa struggled with her inability or unwillingness to communicate her version of the events, the proverbial knife was then twisted. Sephiroth showed Cloud a vision of the actual photograph that was taken before their expedition up the mountain, a photograph that featured the mysterious black-haired soldier, with Cloud nowhere to be seen. These revelations crushed Cloud's psyche,
Need to play
sending him
new
into a
threat? Yeah, I
spiral.
do.
There was clear synergy between what he remembered and what Sephiroth was showing. But why
We have
had he
6
not only
weeks until
forgotten about
Rebirth
this
comes
other
out.
soldier, but assumed his role in the story? But from the wider narrative, the other curious element was that this reenactment was also incomplete. Sephiroth had cherry-picked specific events and presented them in a theatrical way to obtain a specific result, the breaking
it
down
before?
of Cloud's mental faculties. For example,
Man, not
Sephiroth
gonna lie,
failed to
sitting here
mention,
just
either through
watching
ignorance or
videos on
purpose,
stream
that
is a
Cloud
lot of
was
fun.
present during the Nibelheim incident. He also tried to make Cloud believe that he was a failed experiment, something fueled either by his own ignorant research or sheer malice. Nonetheless, Sephiroth achieved his target. Cloud became a broken man, and the only action left to take was for Tifa to insert her memories into the equation, so as to help Cloud unlock the truth about what happened. And to do this, the pair traversed the deepest recesses of Cloud's fractured mind in the livestream, following the destruction of the town of Mediel. It was here that we learnt much more about Sephiroth's death. Working with Cloud through his memories, Tifa explored their past together. This helped Cloud to reconcile many of the events that had happened both while he still lived in Nibelheim and those that happened after. It was through this that Cloud came to remember the name of the soldier Sephiroth
It's
had
very
shown
easy to set up,
and
download the
true
game, and then get
chronological
7th Heaven.
timeline about what happened in and around the reactor. It was a soldier first class named Zack who found Tifa injured and sought to confront Sephiroth inside Jenova's chamber, and it was Zack who, mere moments later, was cast out, defeated. But that was when a new character was introduced, an unnamed Shinra soldier. Fueled by rage over the destruction
did you
of
see
the
how the
town
text
and what
was
had
like
happened
on
to
a
Tifa and Zack, this person picked up
transparent
Zack's
blue
Buster
background
Sword
in the text
and
box?
entered Jenova's chamber. Against all the odds, they confronted Sephiroth and attacked the legendary soldier with impressive gusto, stabbing him through the stomach and seemingly defeating him. Walking away from Sephiroth's crumpled body, the identity of this mystery person was then finally revealed to be none other than Cloud himself. Cloud was present for and remembered the events of the Nibelheim incident, because he was the unnamed Shinra soldier who accompanied Zack and Sephiroth on their assignment to the reactor. At the time, Cloud had hid his identity from Tifa and the rest of the town because he was embarrassed
For the
about
single
not making
biddy.
it into soldier. Now, in the metaphysical world of the livestream, he was able to confront the truth about his past at last. And the truth was that unfortunately, despite his impressive efforts, Cloud was too weak to cause any significant damage to Sephiroth, who emerged from Jenova's chamber moments later, still alive and clutching what appeared to be Jenova's severed head. Cloud then recalled how, after tending to Tifa, he pursued Sephiroth, but this time, Sephiroth was more focused and defeated the young upstart with relative ease. Impaling Cloud, things looked bleak. But surprisingly, through sheer will, Cloud was able to turn the situation around and leverage his extreme disadvantage to catch Sephiroth unprepared again. Using Sephiroth's own hubris and the fact he was currently physically connected to the Masamune, Cloud was able to knock Sephiroth off balance and into the livestream below, effectively killing him in the process. And it was with this final recollection that the main pieces of what really happened during the Nibelheim incident were now more or less in place. Sephiroth, alongside fellow Soldier First Class Zack Fair and 2 Shinra soldiers, one of which was a young Cloud Strife, travelled to the town of Nibelheim to investigate an increase in monster appearances. Once there, Sephiroth discovered that he was a product of a secret Shinra experiment known as the Jenova Project, and descended into a rage, murdering the inhabitants of the town and seeking to be reunited with the fossilized remains of Jenova, who he believed was both an ancient and his mother. Though both Tifa's father, and Zack attempted to stop Sephiroth on his rampage, they would each end up severely injured or killed. And in the end, it was an enraged and grief-stricken Cloud that was able to put an end to the carnage, seemingly against the odds. But though this was all well and good, there were still a few questions that remained surrounding the incident. To start, why was Sephiroth sent on such a seemingly routine and mundane mission? And why was a second first-class soldier required? Additionally, what happened after Cloud managed to put a stop to Sephiroth in the reactor? And how was it that the town wasn't wiped off the map? Some of these questions were answered or at least implied through additional scenes and dialogue that was present within the original game. But perhaps because the developers felt as though there were still elements they hadn't been able to resolve, they decided to expand the Nibelheim incident to add additional perspectives. And perhaps the most important perspective was that of Zack Fair. This expansion came via two properties that were released around the same time: Last Order, an OVA that accompanied Advent Children, and Crisis Core, a prequel game. Both properties would place the spotlight on Zack Fair.
I've never
As
seen
Last
any of
Order has
this.
since
We need
been
a deep
classified as
dive
non-canon
on
by the
Gold
creators
Saucer and why
themselves,
Barrett is the correct
Crisis
dating
Core remains
choice.
the main source of truth for how the Nibelheim incident
You're
played
not
out
wrong.
through Zack's eyes. For its part, Zack's perspective of the Nibelheim incident followed the same major beats as the story outlined so far, but it did add some very important details. First off, the duel between Zack and Sephiroth that resulted in Zack becoming injured at the reactor was shown to be much more bombastic and drawn out than was depicted in Final Fantasy VII. Second, and perhaps most surprisingly, another soldier first class called Genesis Rhapsodus was also revealed to have been present during the incident, and was in fact the reason why Sephiroth had decided to join the expedition to the reactor in the first place. Intelligence believed that Genesis was behind the strange disappearances and monster sightings in the area, and as the two had history, Sephiroth wanted to attend to the matter personally. Appearing before Sephiroth and Zack in the reactor's core during their initial visit to the reactor, Zack's version of the incident showed that Genesis provided the pair with information about the Genova project, and more specifically about the two versions of the experiment known as Project G and Project S. Whereas Project G resulted in the creation of Genesis and his fellow first-class soldier Andiel Hewley, it was from Project S that Sephiroth was created. This revelation left Sephiroth with more questions than answers, and Genesis's brief cameo proved to have a large impact on the course of the Nibelheim incident as a result, as it directed Sephiroth towards the Shinra Manor's library where he could begin his now familiar descent into madness. Outside of these revelations, the other thing that Crisis Core shed some light on was the aftermath, something that the original Final Fantasy VII only touched on briefly in some hidden, missable cinematics. Following Sephiroth's death at the hands of Cloud, Shinra's troops descended on both the ruined town and
Cloud's
the
and Barrett's
reactor.
romance will
In
always
tow
be
was
overshadowed
none
by the
other
girls.
than
Yeah, because
Professor
it's
Hojo,
hotter.
architect of the horrors Shinra had hidden there.
Tifa and Aerith are hotter.
Finding only Cloud and Zack gravely injured on site, as Tifa had
You see
already
how
been
they were like just
evacuated by
clapping their
Xander,
hands, just going like
Hojo
that? Oh,
abducted
baby.
the pair alongside any survivors from the town itself.
We got
and spirited
some
them away to the
fan
basement
fiction
of the
in the
Shinra
chat.
Manor, eager to begin new experiments relating to his reunion theory. What followed was 4 years of literal hell for many of these individuals. They were injected with Genova cells, with those who were deemed successful turned into Sephiroth clones and left to wander the planet until they were needed. But such a transformation did not take place in either Zack or Cloud, and the pair were left weakened and disorientated and classified as failed experiments. These experiments would also prove to be the cause of Cloud's amnesia surrounding the Nibelheim incident.
Amnesia.
He would end up with Mako poisoning, having undergone, ironically, an extreme version of what standard soldiers would be subjected to. Taking advantage of an opportune moment during their captivity, Zack was eventually able to break free from his captors and brought a delirious Cloud along with him. Dressing his injured friend in a set of soldier first class gear to reduce the amount of residual Mako poisoning, Zack snuck the pair out of a seemingly reconstructed and heavily guarded Nibelheim, intent on heading towards Midgar. What followed this escape was a worldwide chase involving Shinra, the Turks, and even Genesis, as Shinra attempted to recapture its escaped pet projects. But this chase sadly ended in tragedy on the outskirts of Midgar. Hiding an exhausted Cloud from sight, it was here that Zack made his final stand against an army of Shinra soldiers, instructed to take no prisoners. Fighting off wave after wave of elite Shinra infantrymen and heavy artillery, Zack eventually could fight no longer, and fell, thinking only of Aerith as he lay dying. Falling over to Zack, barely drawing breath, Cloud was then bequeathed the Buster Sword as Zack finally passed on.
My phone is too big to type
This was
one-handed.
when the Genova
Yikes.
cells inside Cloud
Barrett has
kicked
another
into gear.
attachment for his arm.
As
He
when
just,
Zack passed away,
he just
they
might
created a
change.
hybrid persona that was a melding
no.
of Cloud's own memories, hopes and dreams with those of Zack's. This process locked certain memories away and made Cloud believe others happened when they had not. And when Cloud made his way to Midgar and reunited with Tifa, she was wary of him from the outset, as even though there was a lot of similarity with the Cloud she knew, he remembered things he shouldn't, and not things he should.
Like Aerith in
Through
Remake?
these 4 perspectives, 5 if Genesis is included, the Nibelheim incident has a much clearer chronology and cause and effect. But these aspects have continued to be added to via representations of the event in other pieces of media relating to the compilation of Final Fantasy VII. Among the more standout of these is the role the Turks played, as depicted in the 12th and 13th episodes of Before Crisis. Responding to reports that staff had gone missing at the Mako reactor, the story goes that the Turks were sent to investigate the strange goings-on. But upon the discovery of a formidable monster threat near the reactor, they were forced to retreat to the town and await both further orders and the arrival of Sephiroth's party. To further add to the intrigue, during this narrative passage, it was revealed that the Turks were the ones who contracted Tifa to act as Sephiroth and Zack's guide up the mountain. Following the ill-fated expedition and Sephiroth's villainous rampage, the Turks then continued to play an active role. It was them who cleared out the remaining monsters so that Shinra could attempt to take advantage of the mess that was unfolding. And through this, we learn that this didn't just relate to the actual happenings afterwards. As they were in the vicinity when everything went down, the Turks actually confronted Sephiroth in the reactor, but much like Zack, he would cast aside with ease. Realizing that there was nothing more they could do against such might, the Turks then proceeded to try and care for the victims who remained alive, including Tifa. They would also witness the final confrontation between Cloud and Sephiroth, and most intriguingly, Sephiroth's death. It was only after the confirmation of Sephiroth's demise that the Turks were instructed to oversee the cleanup operation, and in this regard, their involvement consisted of a number of shady tasks. This included, but was not limited to, disposing of sensitive and incriminating documents, as well as rounding up the surviving townspeople for Hojo's twisted experiments. Following these actions, to ensure no questions were asked about what had happened, Nibelheim was essentially rebuilt, and its populace was replaced by Shinra actors. As this cycle was now recurring, as a similar event had already happened in Calm, it led to certain members of the Turks questioning the morality of their actions. Some of these events were then expanded upon further within a more recent piece of media called Final Fantasy VII Remake: Trace of Two Pasts. Within Traces of Tifa, it's noted that an unnamed female member of the Turks saved Tifa from some monsters, but instead of hiring Tifa, she volunteered to guide the investigation team as a way of saying thank you. That then brings us on to Last Order.
Another piece of Final Fantasy VII media I've never seen.
And for an interesting reason. The OVA focuses on Zack, but from the perspective of Sung. It sees Sung discussing his involvement in the Nibelheim incident, while also touching on how he coordinated the pursuit of Zack and Cloud once they had escaped many years later. Through this, Last Order depicts Sephiroth's massacre of the town, the murder of Tifa's father, and it features an expanded view of the duel that happened between Zack and Sephiroth. Cloud would then stab Sephiroth as he spoke to Genova's suspended remains, and like in the original version and the Crisis Core depiction, somehow Sephiroth would survive. But this was where things started to diverge. Sephiroth would appear holding Genova's
yeah, we're out here cozy as fuck, Jindax. How are you?
Against Cloud.
Welcome.
The ensuing fight is depicted as short and one-sided in Sephiroth's favour, and again, it would conclude with Cloud impaled and dangling over the livestream below the reactor. Cloud would then take hold of the Masamune, drawing the sword further into his body to bring himself back from the brink. And he would twist himself, surprising Sephiroth to knock him over. But instead of this being the cause of Sephiroth falling into the livestream, Last Order showed Sephiroth jumping willingly into the livestream, clutching the head of Jenova. This key scene would serve as the main difference, as nowhere else in the compilation is Sephiroth's fall into the livestream depicted as intentional. With each of these elements considered, it's easier to see why the Nibelheim incident serves as one of the most important events in the compilation of Final Fantasy VII, and perhaps the franchise as a whole. A startling majority of the game's core figures are intrinsically linked by this incident, both in terms of the actual sequence of events, but also the fallout.
I hope your Sunday is treating you well, Jintax.
Important and relevant details are gleaned from its original depiction in Final Fantasy VII. What's perhaps most interesting
Get you
about
up on the board.
I wanna play like. Oh, this is definitely new.
There's some Hades. Oh yeah. Did my set in DDR. Very nice.
Shit! It's over. Okay. This is some Dance Dance Revolution shit right here.
There you go.
No! Oh! Got slapped by the ferryman. Holy.
Good clip, my friend. How long ago you think
How
that
the
clip
developers
was
have
then?
chosen to expand it
Before you did
as the
DDR?
compilation itself has also expanded. They could have just kept the narrative beat the same with each retelling, but through Crisis Core and Before Crisis, they provided a lot of substance to the
2-3
background
years.
information that was only hinted at in the original game. By doing so, they have served to underline the monumental influence Sephiroth's epiphany had on the
Good
trajectory
Ornia.
of Final Fantasy VII. For our part, we hope we've been able to provide an in-depth and thorough overview of what really happened during the events of the incident, and how different perspectives have changed this over time. And as Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is right around
I
the
need
corner,
to set up for
we
Step
expect
Mania,
we
but
will
also
once
don't
again
want
be
to disturb
treated
my
to a
family.
wholly
So
new
this is my
version of these
upstairs streaming
events.
computer. That's
And it
where
will
I have
surely
like my
be exciting
PlayStation
to
and my
see how
good
Square
microphone
Enix
and my
will
Stream
reimagine
Deck
these
and
grim
everything.
happenings once
My
again.
battle command station.
With
This
that,
is the
though,
upstairs
thanks for
streaming
watching,
setup.
and be sure to let us know
Downstairs is
your
my
views
Step
on the
Mania
incident
setup.
in the comments below.
Shadow Wizard, Goblin,
If you
Insanity.
enjoyed this video, also feel free to hit this like button and subscribe for more content.
But yeah, that was an excellent video. I'm glad that I was able to share that with the class. Thank you all for indulging me on that. Excuse me. There's a lot that has gone down in the vortex, the Tractorverse. I'm catching up as we go along. And I think before we even get into any of that, I need to go get something to drink. I have cotton mouth like a motherfucker. I could go for some nice hydration. So would you allow me to go downstairs real quick and go get myself some water? Well, that's a trick question because I was going to go and do it anyway. So stand by. We'll be right back.
So,
Let's do it. Let's fucking rock. How was your day, man? How you been?
It is Friday.
Going good. I'm playing this shit.
And
yeah.
Feeling all right. Feeling all right.
Alright, I think I'm done. So I will load us in here. Like done? No, I meant like editing my gun.
What the fuck?
I will be right back though.
Oh, that's.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Back to that. But we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting into some Fall Guys.
Yes.
Is this what we were playing last time? Yes, it is. So Valhalla Visions redeemed the first one. He is here with the Spinny Pat emotes, and he redeemed a ho!
Yeah.
First one of the night.
He was heading through the water, making it across to the beach. I lined up my shot. Crouched, breathed in, breathed out, pulled the trigger. Pow! Get the fuck out my lobby! I missed.
Ayo, welcome back to the shit show. Apologize. Looks like the stream dropped out again. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy to have you here again. OBS decided to be a meanie.
War crimes are cool.
Yeah, that's right. And I feel like I've watched everything that I wanted to watch on stream, and I'm getting the itch. I want I want to play zombies again. So I'm going to jump on over to the PlayStation side of things. And I'm going to indulge in some zombie action. So I hope you will all hang out with me on the other side of this. Hey, yo, welcome back to the shit show. I thought I killed the music. I'm going to be putting on something in the background. There we go. That's better. It's so weird. A stupid internet acting a fool. Y'all can hear that though, right? But yeah, welcome back. Yeah, we're gonna equip that. I love me some snipers. And thank you for sticking around, Jintax. I got my water here with me. Can you all hear the music in the background? Excellent. Thank you.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
You can't hear the stream deck. That's unfortunate. All right, let me fix that. There we go. You can hear it now.
Another one.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Give me something to loot, man.
Assault rifle here.
I've also gotten into the habit of selling all of my valuables. That's good. Oh my god. Headshot. Boom. Ah. Too close, too close. Ah. Why am I missing? I should probably be doing like an objective or something. I feel like that would probably be a better use of my time. Let's go find one. I don't want that. A huge shout out to everybody hanging out with me across YouTube and Twitch right now. You guys are the best. Don't let anybody tell you any different. What we got here? Aspirin? I want that. Okay. Let me go to the buy center first to sell off the stuff, and then I'll go to that. What's up? What's up, peanuts? I'm sorry, sir. Headshot. Thank you, Jess. Oh my goodness. Those zombie emotes in the chat. Oh god, yes. Absolute legend. Thank you so much, Jess. You got no idea how cool that is to me. You do, I tell you that all the time. Always appreciate it. Get money. There you go. I like seeing that. All right, let's go to the objective. What we should have been doing this whole time. How are the levels? Can you hear the music okay? Is it too much? Not enough? Pack a punch. I won't have enough to buy anything, but thank you, Jess. We gotta locate the Mangler. Oh, I see you. Yeah, hit your own people, dummy. Oops, that was me. Oh. So I can shoot its arm and it'll stop it from doing the thing. Good to know. Uh-oh. Get on my level. He is strong. He's a strong boy. Yeah. Unstoppable. Get the fuck out of my lobby. Very good. Very nice. So now what? Let's go to here. Raid weapon stash. Rude. Let's get out of here. And there's a buy station over here, so we can sell off some of our stuff. There we are. 5,000 Zenny. I love me a sniper rifle on zombies mode. Ooh. I'll take that. Oh, idiot. There you go. Save some ammo. Boom. No scope your ass. Oh, I got quick hands. Very nice. We got that cheap wine. Yeah, that's right. Alright, let me get this reward. Yes. All right, what's next? What are you doing here? I'll take all that. What do we got here? Pharmacy? Hey. Any of them happy pills? Take all that. Ah. Love it. Insta kill. Hell yeah. I wish I started playing this more often. Or sooner, actually. I love zombies. I do not like Warzone. This seems to be like the perfect mix of them. And what is this icon here? What does that do? It's upstairs. I bet it's on the roof. Yeah, same. Didn't know they kept zombies around like this. I didn't know zombies existed as a game until, like, I started playing at Black Ops 2. I didn't know zombie was the thing until Cold War. Black Ops 2 zombies. See, I love Black Ops 2. I never knew that they had zombies. I played multiplayer non-stop. Well, in Black Ops 1 Zombies is a classic too. Yeah, I wish I could relive the days of when I was playing Black Ops 2. Didn't have to worry about responsibilities. Hey! Hey! Yeah, but I love all the zombie modes, so you gotta check this out. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. It's way different than any of the other zombie style games that they did, but I think this is like the next natural progression. And there are Easter eggs on the map. I saw a YouTube video. I couldn't tell you where they are, but they're very specific. Like you throw a grenade into a window, or you do X, Y, and or Z. Well, hello, beautiful. We got a very special guest on the Sussy Baka Sunday stream. Will she bless us with her presence? Oh, there's that smiling face. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and everybody in between, the heart of MCW. How are you?
I'm good. I got a tape measure in my hand. I'm ready to do some sawing and using my new nailer.
Wow. Well, if you need me to help you. You know how much I love doing home improvement.
Your job up here is very important. I want you to just keep doing that.
All right, you're the boss. You heard what the lady said, y'all. Jintax says hello.
Hi.
I'm getting shot at. I'm sorry.
Sorry, don't die.
All right, be careful. Yes, today's Sussy Baka Sunday is being brought to you by the Magical Butter Machine. Comes in waves. Yeah, still looks fun. Needs to change. The older games still exist to play. Always had the maps never get old. That was the beauty of this game too, because the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer literally is just all the old Modern Warfare maps remastered. And I never played any of the Modern Warfare games because obviously, well, outside of 2019, of course, but Black Ops 2 came after Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. What a weird naming convention.
And his name is John C.
Thank you, Prolocar, cashing in those channel points. Welcome back. How was the kiddo? Well, nice. Modern Warfare games were cool too, but yeah, I only ever played Black Ops. Yeah, Black Ops I feel are the superior until Modern Warfare 1 came out, the 2019 version. They got guns. They can fight back. I gotta back up. What I do like about Modern Warfare, the Modern Warfare, is that you can do this. Hey. Kiddo is sleeping. Enjoy. Oh. Ooh, this guy's got a shotgun. I don't want that. Ooh, ooh. No, that's not good. I'm hoping one of these mercenaries drops like a shotgun or something. Damn. So other than zombies, you're also fighting mercenaries. And it's good because it breaks up the monotony of just killing mindless zombies all the time. Let's see if we can get close the gap a little bit. Ah. Ah. And they got armor, so you have to like plan your shots. How many are there going to be? Ah. Very dope. And I do believe Modern Warfare 3 is on sale now. On your platform of choice. Ah, grenade. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, the timer. Of course. Well, I screwed it all up. It's fine. Oh, well. Oh. Ah, run away, run away. Headshot. That was nice. Take all that. Pump shotguns. Let's follow this guy. Someone new is shooting at me. Yeah, that ball looks very familiar. Did we gotta shoot it? Where'd the ball go? Oh, there it is. Oh, no, no. I think we have to maintain like a decent amount. That's why it's going so fast now. Okay. Ah. Dogs. We got dogs. Orb defeated. Get fucked, orb. No one will ponder your... And they do have the monkey thing. Ah. The monkey bomb or whatever. There's just something about that sniper rifle though. One shot, one kill. nightmares of those things ending my runs. Suffering some PTSD from it. Imagine the perfect run and then getting caught up on something and then you get swarmed. 17 minutes. Raid weapon stash. Okay. No vehicles around us, so we'll have to hoof it. What are you doing here? Ooh, grenade launcher. Can't really do anything with that. Inside of here. Oh my. Armor up. We gotta secure the stash. This thing takes forever, also. But what I love to do is like get the speed cola and then gather up all of the zombies, like kind of corral them around, sheep them around. Is that the right word? Sheep them? No. Herd them, thank you. Herd them like sheep. That's why she's the teacher. And I'm streaming on the internet. So these past couple of runs, what I've been doing is just going out into the map, gathering up what weapons I can, and then all depending on if I get like the correct pack-a-punches and upgrades, that'll kind of dictate when I exfil. And it's only at 43%. Sheesh. Got my energy mine back. That's how many zombie cheeks I've been clapping since before. Oh, I don't want that. Now we're talking. Fire rounds. What does fire rounds do for a hellhound? Really? There we go. 13 minutes left. Let's get our reward. Oh, this is a good one. Let's get this bounty. Get some loot. Eliminate the big bounty. Locate the mimic. Okay. We're gonna clap the mimic's cheeks and then we're gonna exfil. 125 meters away. And I got tactical sprint on automatic, so I just gotta lean forward. All right, we're looking for the mimic now.
And his name is John C.
I wasn't expecting that. You scared the shit out of me. Made some tea. Y'all gotta hear this. Like, really listen to it. Oh my god, I'm down. I'm back, bitches. He pulled me through a tree. That's some bullshit. Ah! Come right on top of me. Pause. Get off my ass, man. Alright, I gotta drop this. Throw it out, throw it out, throw it out. Oh my god, it blew me up. I killed him though. Hell yeah. Alright, it worked. He did it. Got him. Alright, let's exfil. There it is.
Marking extraction zone.
Have any of y'all played Streets of Rage 4? This is the soundtrack that we're listening to right now. Doesn't really go with Call of Duty, but like it's a bop, so I dare say it's actually a better soundtrack than Streets of Rage 2. The side scroller beat 'em up, and it was very popular, Streets of Rage 2, on the Sega Genesis way back in the day, like 1992, 3, 4. Hell yeah. Okay. Preaching to the choir then. Love the art direction. It made Blaze into a baddie. I should really look for a vehicle. Ah. And it looks like this exfil is in the high threat zone. Right there on the line. Alright, I'm not messing around. I'm going straight to the exfil. We got 9 minutes left. There's a boat. I can just climb that, okay. 333 meters to go. There's a vehicle. That is an unintended consequence of this. You're able to run over the zombies with your vehicles. There's actually a mission attached to it, which I've cleared. Like a daily mission or something. Alright, let's... Oh. Oh, they are firing upon me. Ah! I'm being fired upon. right. My vehicle can only go so far. We're going on the boardwalk. That's nice. I have no armor plates, which is concerning. All right, let's call the exfil. Ah. Oh, this is crazy. Why did I think this was a good idea? Reload, reload. Oh my god. Okay. Bonus points. Shock stick. I ain't gonna do much. Alright, let's get in there. Two, one. We did it. With 6 minutes left to go. High value item secured. Got some stamina up recipe. Let's go. Could use all the stamina I can get. Road rage. Killed 30 zombies by running them over with a vehicle. And with all that being said, I think we're going to call it a stream. We're closing in on 4 hours now. Oh my goodness. Time flies when you're having fun. Thank you, Jess, for the good game. Huge shout out and thank you to everybody hanging out with me across both YouTube and Twitch. Y'all are awesome. Really do appreciate it. We just sat around and watched YouTube all day and then play a little bit of zombies. There's nothing more that you can ask for. So if you guys have any recommendations as to who we can raid, please do let me know in the chat. I'll go ahead and give a little once over. See who's streaming at the moment. Demonte's streaming. Let's go ahead and show him the same love and support that you guys and gals have been showing me. Excuse me. I don't know how to spell Demonte. There we go. He's streaming WWE 2K23, probably with some of the MCW creative wrestlers that he's made. He comes out and supports us when we go to Hollywood. Always a fan. So please do check him out. Follow him if you like what you see. And until next time, guys, take care. Be safe. Peace.